OBS is being weird and I'm concerned. I don't think this is going to go well and I'm not sure why. Are we going? Is it working? Come on, OBS, you can do this. Please. Okay. You guys get to watch me complain for 30 seconds about whether or not it's going to work. Right. Hello, one and all, which is myself because I've got this open in another page to see how well it goes. And I'm the only one. No, somebody else is here. I'm gonna like the stream because I'm going to be supportive of myself. It's I, your host, shockingly enough, Michelle, aka Chat-Mort, and thank you so much for returning once again to my humble little channel. So, I'm having a weird day. I need to tweet out that I'm doing this, although I'm kind of scared too. I'm like shaking. I've had a really strange week. So yeah, I don't know, man, I don't know how to articulate it, but it's been a really weird week. Anyway, as you can see, I wanted to do a stream because finally, after an arduous journey that took a long time, that was sometimes frustrating, often hilarious yet extremely embarrassing, and just it's been a while. I have finally, after working on this channel, hundreds of videos, hundreds of hours for like 3 years, 3.5 actually at this point that I've been doing this regularly, I have breached and subsequently it's not a good day to be an English speaker. Oh my god. I have broached and subsequently breached 1,000 subscribers, as you can see. Okay, alright, hold on. I need to share that I'm doing this. Shut up, Michelle, nobody wants to hear your voice. Okay. Share, Twitter, tweet. Yes, okay. I think that worked. So, yeah, it's been a weird week. And I don't know. I don't know what to say exactly. Don't forget to switch to live chat since we are not a kindergarten class if you want to participate and also see all of the mischief that may ensue and stuff. And yeah, I just thought I haven't done one of these in a while where I do just terrible MS Paint drawings for like 3 hours and take your guys' requests as to what to do. So I thought that would be a good idea. I thought it would be something to do. I got a new microphone. I got a Razer something. Yes? Yes, I got a Razer something so I can mute it if I have to in preparation for side quest, which is starting again very soon. And oh my god, I am nervous, but I'm actually really excited for side quest, and I don't know what's come over me. Oh, my fake nail fell off. Bye. Yeah, I'm actually really excited, which is not like me at all. Help. I have one of these things. It's this really weird brand of water called Karma, and they're really expensive. And my little hands are cold now. And my shirt is not inside out, thank you. They sell them like this. The fuzz is on the outside, so I'm huggable. I needed another giant gray sweatshirt for sure, clearly. But these things are really weird. Their philosophy, or the way they try to fancily not say, we're packaging this in the weirdest way possible so we can charge you $5 for a freaking, like, rectangular prism of water, is they say that, like, vitamin water tends to not be very potent. Like, you're basically paying for vitamins that aren't there, because supposedly vitamins lose their potency once they're diluted in water for a long time. So they put their vitamins in the top in, like, a powder form with the flavoring. So you push this little freaking button down and it pops open the bottom of the container. Oh my god. This is going to go really badly. I'm going to destroy my new microphone, like, promptly after buying it. It made a farting sound. That might be good. Here. Oh my god, I did it. Yeah, so you, like, that was really loud. You pop the little thing, and then the flavoring goes in, and the vitamins. Unless you're like me and you put this in the freezer like a dumbass and forget about it all night, and then the ice comes up in here and, like, pops this open the wrong way, and then it thaws, and then it freezes again. Anyway, it's neat. It tastes really good. This is the this is the passion fruit green tea. And it tastes exactly like grandma perfume smells. I love it. It's an experience. So I got one of these. I'm so cold, oh my God. Michelle, oh, how are you? Dude, I don't think I've ever seen you on one of my streams. Welcome. I love you. Please draw a PP. If I draw a PP, will I get in trouble? Let's see here. Edit colors. Aw. I didn't set up OBS right to where you guys will see colors. Like my color selection window when I pull it open. I've been drawing in Microsoft Paint since I was a tiny child because I was an only child. My parents worked all the time and I was desolately alone. So I did this all day. I did this and I watched the 3D Maze screensaver and ate plain tortilla chips to entertain myself. I had a very sad childhood. How do I draw a PP without getting in trouble? Let's see. Stop. Go away, color selection. This is a good skin color. Oh my God, that's okay. We'll just do a little bloop right there for reference. That might be too light of a skin color. That's like as pale as me. That's not realistic. Draw a stylized PP. How do I do that? I mean, heck, we just got to go for it, right? Just kind of, oh, that's a little too tapered because I was giggling. Let's make it, what crud, how do I conceal what this is? This is not going well. This is a very, very poor start. Maybe we can make it, what if we make it like neon colors so it doesn't look natural at all? That's not a neon color. Oh, that's like the grossest color I could have chosen. All right, hold on. Draw PP with face. I'm just trying to think of like how I can try to conceal as best as possible what it obviously is that I'm drawing. I'm picking like all the most disgusting colors in the world. It's not going well. Oh dear. Oh boy. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh dear. Okay. Well, let's draw the face. Don't get banned on your first stream, lol. I know. I know. It's a really good start. Oh boy. I'm trying to think what I can do here. I've really backed myself in a corner. This is not good. What if I... This is a bad time. This is a very bad time. Okay. What if I, like, make it really obviously, like, not PP colors? This is the face, so it's got a little shadow. And the shadow comes down here. We'll just cut it off around here somewhere. Perfect. Is it perfect? It seems slightly risky. It's not what you think it is. This is, it's an anthropomorphized, slightly flaccid finger. Here. What if we hi scribe? I can explain. What if... No, it's not a penis. I don't know what you're talking about, Shiogarath. You're wrong. Here. What if... See, these aren't attached, but they are also clearly hands. Male reproductive parts don't have hands. Right? So that's clearly not what we're looking at. This is clearly something other. Am I having really bad video settings, you guys? Because that's what the frickin' thingy is saying. I don't know what happened. OBS, like, force updated itself recently, and now it's not working very well. So, if you guys are having any problems with audio... Yes, it's Mr. Hanky. Precisely. No, it's not a strap-on. Incorrect. Please let me know if I'm having any audio or video issues. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why OBS is doing this. It just reset everything. And I might have to go away and come back in a little bit. And if so, this is not a good thing to be the only thing I have drawn. Maybe give them a hat or a beanie or something. That's a really good idea. Audio, video, 10 out of 10. Really? Okay, so YouTube just hates me. That's reassuring. A hat or a beanie. We can give him a little beanie. Here. I don't want the outline to be the same. This is not a good thing. This is very bad. Okay. Okay. Hey, Queen, you look stunning. Thanks. All right. This is a beanie. All right. You have to like, trust me here. Okay. See, the thing is, beanies are one of the things that I am extremely not good at drawing. I don't, my hands are really shaky. This is bad. I've been having like the worst blood sugar crash of my life all day and I cannot shake it. I ate carbohydrates. I ate protein. I ate more protein. I drank a ton of fluid. I had a little bit of caffeine. I had a bunch of sugar. Like I did everything that you can do temporarily to offset. Stop. And like prolong. Not prolong. Prolong is the opposite of what we're doing here. Here. This is a beanie. But yeah. You guys may know, I complain a lot. It just looks like he's got a... Oh my God. This is not how I plan to celebrate my, like, 1,000 subs. If we still had Hangouts on air, I could have people on, but obviously I'm doing OBS by myself here. This is... Oh my God. This does... Oh my God. Okay, well... I'm not sure how to explain this away. Give it a cigarette, sombrero. I should have given it a sombrero. I'll do another version. I'll do a Latino version. No, it's not circumcised. Drawing with Freud Mort. Thank you. Use beanie reference from H3. I could. You don't have to lie to us. Nobody will judge you if you want. That's not what I'm drawing. That is not what I'm drawing. Ed Nettie. Yeah, that's how I learned that I'm not good at drawing beanies, because Double D has been one of my favorite characters since I was like 11. So he's been one of my favorite characters for like 15 years of my life now. And yeah. It has a sailor hat. What would be really funny if I colored it like here. We're just doing like the implication of color with the shading. I have to zoom in. I don't want to get any closer to this, but I gotta zoom in. Wow, this went downhill fast. All right. One thing that's really interesting that you'll discover is like it's really frustrating to watch speed paints and digital artists, because they're always like undoing strokes that you think are like perfectly good line art. I mean line art. I mean drawing strokes. Please, let's be adults here. And it's just so frustrating to like, it like feels like your brain is like screeching to a halt and like being jerked backward in time when you see a digital artist like keep like undoing a line and redrawing it and stuff like that. And it used to drive me insane. And I made tech support husbando watch a speed paint of something with me, and he was like, why do they keep doing that? And I told him, until you start doing digital art, especially like on a tablet, you won't understand. This is a beanie. The fact that it looks like something that you can buy at the store to keep from having children that you would put on what this certainly is not, that being a reproductive organ, it's a total coincidence. Some people just wear funny sort of like plastic colored beanies, you know? I dare you to draw South Dakota proposing to South Carolina after this. Starring Leonardo DiPini. I mean, if we've got a beanie, we can just completely destroy this charming little fellow's character and give him a cigarette. Do we want it like pointing upward or like hanging downward? I feel like hanging downward is kind of a cop-out. Oh, I don't know how long I'm gonna make it. Let's see here. I didn't say that. I did not phrase that way. See, if it's like tapered like that, like if it gets thicker the further out from his face, it looks like a blunt. And we most certainly are not advocating for illegal drug use on this channel. Although I can't make it not look like that, I'm afraid. I read an article that kind of said that Ohio might have accidentally legalized all marijuana, though, which is a very Ohio thing to do for sure, you know? It's very on brand for Ohio. That's all I can say. All right, let me see. I want to make this less saturated. Not that less saturated. Let's try that. Okay. This is definitely a cigarette. We are not advocating for the use of illegal drogas. No tocar las drogas. Los drogas? I don't know. Okay. Yes. And we'll do a little of that. Nope, that's not quite. You know what? That's all the better. That's gonna get there. All right. And I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but I'm just gonna shoot that little guy over there. Give me some more space. And then what of these terrible paint brushes do we have? Which of these looks the most like smoke? Let me see here. I am so shaky. This is probably going to be a very short stream. I apologize. I've had like my blood sugar is so low today that I feel horrible, and it's been like this all day and I just can't shake it. Sometimes I can make smoke look like smoke and other times I can't. How's that? See, that looks like too straight up, but where do we want to put this charming little character here? We'll make him transparent. We'll put him, well, let's put him down there. And the smoke just cuts off horrifically and I can't help it. I'm sorry. What are you guys saying? That not children holder looks like it's filled with not urine. Gross. That's so gross. Leonardo DiPini's oh my god. Wait, if he's from Nevada or Colorado, then it would be legal. That's true. I know, but I should have had my other terrible OBS backdrop thing up. The one that's the thumbnail from the Glob Glow Gab Galab smoke weed every day mashup. The thumbnail from that was I used that sort of as like my fill-in for OBS, my hideous setup here. This is still like half frozen. I can't get the flavoring out of the top of it because it's like the water's too cold to like wash it out. But you're supposed to, yeah, there's a huge chunk of ice in this because I left it in the fridge. All of this like flavoring stuff up here, and in this one it's actually tea leaves in the passion fruit green tea flavor. All that flavoring is supposed to like drop down into the water. And then it just tastes, like if perfume tasted as like sweet and good as it smells, that's what this tastes like grandma perfume. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like the most sudden, it's like a blast. It's just a total sensory like explosion. So there's one down, many more beautiful examples of my artistic prowess to go. I believe Ohio did legalize January 1st. Have a friend with rheumatoid in Dayton, overjoyed. Aw. I've never been to Dayton. Like, I always heard about Dayton. Obviously, recently I heard about Dayton, but I have never been. Like, my whole childhood and upbringing, I lived in Ohio, and I have gone very few places in Ohio, except to, like, the Cleveland Clinic for my mom's cancer treatment. That was fun. And I was to Akron, obviously, a few times. I took a couple classes at the University of Akron, and from where I lived, that was not feasible. It was a terrible idea, and I hated it. But I was in Akron and felt like my life flashed before my eyes every time I was there. Dylan says, "Hey guys, I got great news. I'm concerned, but share away." Why not one of those jet planes with the boobs next? No. What should I draw next? I don't know what to draw. Here, let me use the silly paint. It's just the pencil tool, but thicker. Wow, that's definitely not what I was after. Really? It's that much of a disparity of thickness? Yes, it is. I don't know what to draw next. Something equally terrible, probably. So do you guys really think my audio sounds okay? I'm not fishing for compliments. I've got my snowball here, but my snowball, as you guys may have known, had some really serious, absolutely bizarre internal wiring problems. Like problems where you do every possible troubleshooting thing and then you just end up banging on the mic really hard. That gesture was not... Just disregard, please. But that was all you could do to make the static stop in it. Some of you guys probably heard that. But yeah, so I got my new mic because I needed a smaller mic for SideQuest, and SideQuest starts very soon. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer on YouTube or when Magog posted it on Twitter, but I can't believe it's coming so soon, and I really hope I do a good job. I hope I am able to live up to the incredibly high standard that the other hosts, set the bar at, some of whom are going to be there, obviously, and some of whom are not for a couple seasons, as far as I know. But they're big shoes to fill, or to try to, kind of help take the place of for now. And I just, I'm really nervous, but hopefully it will go well. Hot audio show pops. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does this mean? Botswana just legalized homosexuality. Really? That's phenomenal. Wow. Nice, Sig. I tried really hard. I tried really hard. Can you mobile stream now? I cannot. I've been trying, and I've been complaining about it on Twitter. You might have seen. I loved mobile streaming. It's so much fun. Even though it's so silly, I just have so much fun doing it. And yeah, my brain's not working. I was doing mobile streaming a little bit. You guys might have seen on my phone. Like when my two younger cats got fixed, I wanted to make content, but I also was really worried about them, especially the female, since that's an invasive procedure and they were just wee little babies. And yeah, so I didn't want to leave the guest room where we had them shut, like while they were recovering and when they couldn't be active. Did I lose my chapstick? Yes, it went away. Oh well. And so I started doing a little bit of mobile streaming then. Just on my phone, I would talk to you guys while I was hanging out with them. And it's just the most fun thing in the world. It's a completely different format than sitting at your computer streaming. And this is fun too, but it was like a whole nother like medium through which to be creative. And yeah, then shortly after I got really into mobile streaming and was having a lot of fun doing that because I could take you guys around my house and show you my cats and stuff, then they took that away for anybody under 1,000 subs. And I've been at 1,000 subs for probably 24 hours now, and every time I try to stream on mobile on my phone, and I thought maybe I've got to like restart the YouTube app on my phone or something, and I did that, it just says you don't meet the requirements. And I do meet the requirements, and it's not like I got to 1,000 subs and have been like dropping under and over. The last video I did, the Game Grumps one, and those videos always get really popular apparently because everybody likes to hear about the Game Grumps, whether it's good or bad. I've consistently been rising in subs over 1,000, so it's not like I'm fluctuating right at 1,000. So, I don't I don't know. I think it might just take a couple days for it to like register in their system unless they're being like super shitty to smaller subscribers, like even more so than they have been up to this point, and they're forcing you to apply or something and haven't said so yet. I don't know. I mean, I know for monetization, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you also have to have a certain number of minutes of watch time every month. And I think maybe if you drop below that, they revoke monetization because they do everything within their power to not pay their creators, you know? So I don't know about that. Hi, Ryder. Welcome. I don't know about that, but I read about it. Like when I showed you guys the screenshot on Twitter of when it says, sorry, you're not eligible to do mobile streaming. Clearly I am. It says the only requirements when you click like learn more are you need to have 1,000 subs, and I have, and I'm situated pretty comfortably as far as my subscribers and how many I gain or lose. I'm not going to go back under 1,000, you know, I don't think anytime soon. Because, you know, people who are willing to put up with this level of mediocrity, once they like commit, they're here to stay usually. So yeah, I don't know what to do, because it just keeps saying nope, you're not eligible, and that's the only requirement, the 1,000 subs. And I want to do it. I want to like lay on my couch like the schlub I am and like, I don't know, eat popcorn and talk to you guys about nonsense. I don't want to have to like come downstairs and sit in the little corner. It just feels very rigid, and unless I'm in the right mindset, it's really hard to make myself do this. The mobile streaming, it's a totally different mindset, you know, in a way. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Show audio pops. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Ever consider doing D-Live? Also, I got a job. Holy shit, that's phenomenal. Congratulations, dude. That's awesome. Excellence in mediocrity. Yes, that is my brand. My brand! Okay. I could try and draw a Turian. No, I will not do that because I cannot draw them. Mediocrity. OHIO. I know, I come from the land of mediocrity, so it's not a shocking thing. Here. I know what to draw. I ate bacon today. I'm going to draw several bacon strips because that's truly a challenging thing to draw. That will truly showcase my artistic talents. I need some bacony colors. I'm just gonna like, no, go away, please. I'll just find some sort of bacony colors. Interestingly, like, I drew a heart recently, and a heart just looks like meat. Like when you actually, instead of looking at like an anatomy diagram, when you look at, stop, I don't mean to be clicking that. I freaking hate that thing there. Like when you look at the actual colors of hearts, to figure out how to draw them, they just look like any meat, which is, you know, I mean, it's just a muscle, but it's still a weird thing to realize. Okay, so we're gonna fill that with this sort of like fatty color. Then we'll add the darker color. This is very challenging, clearly. You are all very impressed. Oh, the audio pops thing doesn't mean anything. I was trying to parody show boobs. And I thought that's what you meant, but I didn't know. I don't want to like assume things because I'm usually very incorrect. You just offended every Muslim watching. I apologize, Muslims. I didn't mean to. Tech support has Bando is Jewish, so I also offended him by making bacon. Not really. He's very cool about our differences. That doesn't correspond to the like flippies in the bacon at all. The like undulations in the bacon. Oh dear. It's just a doodle, Michelle. Just commit and get over yourself. Okay. Yay. It's beautiful. But our microwave where we live now is not good at all. Like our last place we moved from, we got our own microwave. And this one has like a microwave built into the kitchen thing. And we could like install our new one, but our new one doesn't match the kitchen decor. So we're using this like old microwave that doesn't match anything, and it just doesn't heat things well. So I just made like 5 strips of bacon, like enormous strips of bacon in the microwave. And I was very sad. Hello, little man in the corner. I forgot about you already. I was very, very disgruntled with how it came out. It just was not, it was not satisfactory at all. Do I want them to overlap? That almost looks too, okay. We'll just do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just drawing silly things. My one eyeball is unfocusing. Put the microwave in your room. How will that help? I don't understand. Can you draw a black cat eating a heart? I can try. Yes. Color me impressed. You also offended every vegan, vegetarian, Jewish, and Muslim all in one. I am impressed. Thank you. Yes, that is, it's quite an accomplishment, and you should be very impressed. This stuff is delicious. Like, this will make you feel like you are drowning in, like, your grandma's perfume bottle if you drink this stuff. The Karma passion fruit green tea. It's so good, but it's just, it is very confusing. It's a very confusing sensory experience. Who's ready for SummerSlam tomorrow? Woohoo. Is that a sports thing? I don't know anything. If it has to do with pop culture, you bet your little person self that I don't know about it. Plate. This is a plate. This is a plate. Okay? Just, it's a plate. I'm watching NXT. Okay, you guys are definitely talking about some cool, like, sports dude guy thing. You have a good microwave in your room for late night snackies. That's smart. Oh, okay. Thank you, WWE. SummerSlam. I got you. I understand. As much as I ever will. Well, this is terrible. This is absolutely hideously terrible. Here, let me zoom out. Zooming in is good for precision, but then sometimes it's easier to do things in one brush stroke. Like, oh my god, this is actually hideously bad. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh my god. It's so bad. Oh, okay. There. So yeah, like if you are, here, I'll draw, just as an example, I'm going to draw a caterpillar really quick. This is my example. Also, it looks like peas, but it's not. This is, oh my god, this, alright, look. I know how to draw. I promise. Nobody believes me. Okay, so this little hecker is a caterpillar, right? Our little silly fella here. He's just kind of hecking around. He's doing a little sassy kick. Got some antennas. Just a happy, happy little fella. Having a nice little caterpillar life, dreaming of the day he becomes like a giant butterfly. Okay, so, right, here's our caterpillar. Oh my god, hold on. We need to put him somewhere else. I need space, or my drawings overshadow one another's beauty. Alright, so we've got a little frickin' dude here, right? So, if I have to draw a caterpillar leg, and it's not like a super detailed thing, if it's a very simple brush stroke, let's give him one more foot on the back. So if I'm like really, really close and zoomed into something, like a brush stroke takes a long time and a lot of thought. And if it's a very simple brush stroke, for example, like the more zoomed out you are, the quicker it is to get done, because like the less physical space you're actually drawing across, like with your hand or your cursor or whatever. Why did I bring that up? Why did I explain that? What was the point? I think because I zoomed out to draw this inner line of the plate. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to draw some bacon grease. Is this the right color? Okay. Is this the color we didn't use? All right, let's make that more orange. This is absolutely not worth taking as seriously as I'm taking it, but that's okay. Draw some grease here on the plate. Only thing I know about WWE is Asuka is great. That's it. Is that an attractive woman? I don't know what that means. Draw Epstein getting Clinton. Oh my god, that will definitely get me banned. That bacon is raw. It needs to cook a little more. I used to volunteer at the hospital. I had to prep the bacon. Yeah, hospitals are definitely a bad place to undercook your bacon for sure. Here. Is this... I use the darker gray? Alright. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, frick. Here, hold on. I want to use a darker gray to contrast, but not a black. Let's just... Because I'm lazy, so I make my bacon, and I just leave it on the disgusting dripping paper towel on the plate. So we're just going to draw, like, the icky paper towel on the plate. Because that's how I eat my bacon. I just leave it there. Shit. Okay, we're not doing that. That's too much work to redo. I want this corner to be, like, really, like, flopped over. So it's, like, really gross and drippy. I'm trying to add detail to make this look less disastrous, okay? Just please, just give me some sympathy here. There. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I was really sad. Our microwave is so old. We need to just install the other one. But, like, my bacon was really underdone, and I did it way longer than you're supposed to, and it was still like, no. Like, it was still kind of thinking about oinking at me. It was very, very raw. Or undercooked, I guess. That's why you do bacon like a real grown-up and do it in a skillet and not on the microwave, I guess. Okay, yeah, we'll look at that better later. My, So I've been saying this for like half a year. Nope, I did not mean to right-click. I need to go, like, I just go to Walmart to get my eyes checked because it's really inexpensive. And they've got perfectly good is it optometrist or ophthalmologists? Optometrist? Somebody. Anyway, the nice eye doctor mans at Walmart are perfectly competent. They're good at what they do. And it's a lot cheaper than most of the private places you can go or other small businesses. So I need to go in there because I can't order new contact lenses because my eyes need checked because it's been a long time. And my left eye is actually getting better. I'm extremely nearsighted. Is this the bacon grease color I settled on? No, I don't think so. No, it is. That's the grease color. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm an absolute genius, which you might be able to tell by the fact that I own like 15 Rick and Morty shirts. So, hold on. We're just going to try again. I'm going to actually remove the bacon, draw the grease puddle, and then put the bacon back on. Okay, got it. Nice. You're welcome, friends. But yeah, so I'm so out of contacts. The ice cube is melted enough that it's like slamming around in there and it scared me. It's been so long since I went to the eye doctor that like I'm running out of contacts. Like I'm on the very, very last emergency contacts from when I first got contacts like years ago. Like they're not a strong enough prescription because my eyes, I'm very nearsighted and my eyes got worse and worse. And then just this last time my left eye actually got like one like interval better. But like my left eye is so much worse than my right eye that like my left eye, because these are ancient contacts back from when I had the same prescription in both eyes, my left eye is like permanently blurry because the contact is not strong enough in that eye. Like I'm on the literal last pair of backup contacts I have. I need to go to the eye doctor and get my prescription updated, but I'm just a child and I've been procrastinating. So I'm like, it feels like I'm having a stroke. you know, combined with my general day-to-day incompetence, it can be a little bit alarming, but we're okay. It's fine. All right, grease puddle. How, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. It's not going well. Grease puddle. It would kind of settle in the middle of the plate, but also it would just like seep outward on the paper towel. There's a good, that's a goodish grease puddle. Let's get the little silly classic Microsoft Paint seam colored in mostly. This is probably the most, oh my god, I right-clicked and undid it all. Okay, I'm fine. Like, this is probably, this, out of all of these streams I've done where I just draw in paint to entertain you guys while you talk amongst yourselves, this is probably, like, to just come in with no context, this would definitely be the most worrisome so far. All right, that grease is too close to the color of the bacon. Hold on. No, don't select. Go away. Stop. All right, edit colors. Make it a little bit ickier because it's fatty. It's fatty grease, so it's going to be kind of orange. Right? Eee, that's very orange. Blech. Okay, that's much better. There we go. Now the fatty parts of the bacon contrast nicely with that color. Neat. Okay, cool. You're welcome, friends. I have not been paying attention to chat. I will get back to that presently. And as always, you guys, please let me know if the audio or video gets bad. OBS reset itself because it hates me, and I don't know much about my new mic. I haven't messed with the settings much, so if there are any issues, please let me know. Let me see. Sorry, you guys. I have not looked for a long time. Draw Epstein or Epstein getting Clintoned. I'll try and draw him. I can try and draw his face right. Are you drawing the hungry caterpillar? Not exactly. He's not as cute as that guy was. That guy had a red head, correct? I like redheads. Got him. Perfect. What do you use to draw? I'm using just the terrible Microsoft Paint that comes on all Microsoft computers right now. I use other things, obviously, like you guys have probably seen my traditional art on Twitter or other places and stuff. And I use just the free, or it's not free, I don't think, or was it free? The Procreate app on my iPad that I bought for digital art. But here I'm just using Microsoft Paint. Asuka is a badass Japanese lady who just works out and plays video all day when she's not working. Oh my god, is she single? She sounds amazing. Caterpillar eyeing that bacon. Exactly. You guys are talking about your types of women and wrestler ladies to thirst over. Dark in color of grease, yeah. Grease is brownish orange. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. You ever just suck on the fat from a paper towel full of bacon? No. No. I do not. Oh my god. With a girl like you, video will never be bad, lol. Thanks, my dude. I don't know what to say about that. If that's not a cry for help you're not realizing you're making, I don't know what to tell you, but thank you. Draw a black cat eating a heart. I can try. I'm having like really bad like motor control today, but I will try. I kind of like the bacon's placement. I'll put the kitty down here, and then we'll just fill in other little doodles. A black cat eating a heart. Okay. Am I zoomed in too far? I'll use a smaller brush width thing. Why is my phone buzzing? What's going on? Everyone is very sympathetic to my issue with not being able to stream. So I put these stupid fake nails on because a bunch of my nails broke and they're really short and they look like the creepy little probes on like the Teletubbies heads. Like my fingers are weird looking without nails. So I just bought the like $4, the cheapest nails I could get at Walmart, and super glued them on. And this one came right off trying to open my bottle of nonsense here. But I got the nail glue all over myself and I got some on my thumb so I could not unlock my phone without actually putting in the numbers because it would not recognize my thumbprint because there was glue over it. I was very frustrated. It's the definition of a first world problem, but I was very frustrated. Okay. There's Asuka. Oh, cute. She's cute. What's going on in DMs? I got added to this group chat thing on Twitter DMs, and I really like all the people. I'm getting to know them, but it's very stressful. I keep muting it and then I'll just go back later because I always think, oh cool, like the people I talk to one-on-one are getting back to me, and it's like a big old orgy of madness and excitement over politics. I don't know. That's terrible. Help. I don't want it to be like a hyper-realistic cat. I'll just draw little feeties. Oh, this is not going very well here. I'll get the general outline. So they have kind of like noble, wider shoulders, and then they kind of like taper off. Then their little feet are close together. It's not working. All right. All right, little dainty feeties. Nope, that is too slim. We're not doing that. All right, little dainty feet. Now I'm like actually kind of trying. And they have like their funny little like shoulder blade areas there. No, that's fine. We don't need to show that. And then their back, like their hips come out really high, like kitty hips. I've been drawing cats obsessively my whole life, so as poor as I might be, trust me, I have scrutinized them a lot. That is not good. That is very poor. That is alarmingly poor. Okay. That's a little bit better. Make his little tummy go in there. And then the other little like hippie foot unit there. And then this is a very large cat head. All right, we need to move him up because I kind of want his tail to curl around under him. All right. I haven't done this in so long. I haven't streamed in so long, you guys, and the last stream I did was not very good. I just did it about Alinity, and I was really angry about her. I was so angry about it, but I have this issue where, like, I tried to, some of you might have noticed, I tried to stream on Twitch a couple nights a week. And because of female privilege and because people thought I was cute and sent me all kinds of weird requests and stuff, you know, like whispers, I made it to affiliate status with minimal effort, which is really crappy because I've got friends who work really hard and are a lot funnier and a lot more hardworking than I am on Twitch. And it took them ages to get to affiliate status. And that kind of made me angry, you know. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I still can't see. You see all that green stuff? Like, that's all the tea leaves and stuff that should be mixing in here. I can't get it to come out. Let me see if I can here. I hope this isn't too loud or annoying. But I tried to stream on Twitch all the time, but I'm just one of those people where I just have... Sorry, it's really loud. I have such a low energy level most of the time, and like, I have so many issues with my really low blood pressure and really low blood sugar. Like, the combination of those things is like, it's like my fatal weakness. And no, go away, we're not doing that. I tried to save it by accident. So, like, if I don't feel up to streaming, if I'm not, like, in the mood and my energy's not up and I don't feel really good, if I try and stream, it's a disaster. Like, I'm disoriented, I'm confused, I'm shaky, I'm forgetful. it's just, it comes out so bad if I'm not in the mood to stream. And you can't really like maintain a Twitch audience, and just like the culture on Twitch, it's not reasonable or fair of you to like expect your audience to stay if you can't be like on, if you will, if you can't do high quality streams routinely. Like it wouldn't be fair of me to hold it against people for not being very impressed or like unfollowing me on Twitch. And I just, when I don't feel good, I can't stream when I'm not up to it. I can't just like hop on stream at any time and be entertaining, and my brain just isn't like on, if you will, if I'm not like feeling really, really good on any given day. I am not capable of being entertaining. It's just really bad. I'm like disoriented, and then I get really nervous and I get really embarrassed. I'm trying to do like big green toothless eyes on this kitty. That's good. I'm just going to mirror that. I'm going to cheat and mirror that. Oh, come on. What? Paste, please. Thank you. Flip horizontal. Rotate. So I can't rotate it. It's just crap. Okay, that didn't work very well. Never mind. But yeah, like my main issue the last time I streamed on here, as well as like why I'm not cut out to be a Twitch streamer, really, is just because like the last time I streamed, I wanted to stream really bad. I came home, I had seen what Alinity did to her cat, and just her really nasty attitude and how obvious her disdain for her animals and her dislike for her animals is, made me really mad. So I wanted to do a stream talking about that, but like there was some hiccup, like I had to do something else I forgot about, or just some like very minor normal like thing that was not like super out of the ordinary happened. I don't remember what it was, but it like threw me off just enough that then I was like not in the mood to stream anymore. I lost that little bit of courage that I have every once in a while, and when I have that, I have to either stream or make the video right then, because it goes away so fast for me. And I did the video even though I didn't feel up to it, and it was just terrible. Like, you guys might not think so, but it was not like up to par, in my opinion. I was really disappointed in it. I was just like rambly, and I repeated myself even more than usual, and I was so disoriented. And like that, I can't stream when I am not in the mood for it, when I don't have the nerve. I don't know what I'm doing. Just like when I'm not up to it, I can't make myself do it, or it comes out really bad. So yeah, like that happened with my last stream, and then I just didn't do any for a while. Because like the longer I don't do something like this, the more it makes me really nervous, because I'm such an introvert. Like, doing things like this, even though I know you guys so well and I'm so comfortable and I have so much fun, and I know you guys are happy and you guys like me, you know, reasonably well, it's just something that's kind of out of the ordinary and nerve-wracking to me. And if I don't do it, it's like a muscle, like it atrophies. My courage and my ability to be comfortable doing this atrophies. Like, the longer I don't keep pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, the longer I like get out of practice, because it's not natural for me. I'm just so introverted. It's just not natural for me to like put myself in the spotlight, even in a very minor way like this, which was kind of rambling. All right, I can't get his pupils equal. I'm trying here. I'm actually trying, and my eye's blurry, so it feels like I'm having a stroke. Stop, contact. You're bad. Ugh. Oh, it hurts. You're bad, and you should feel bad. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you for sending me that picture. Can you draw a cat Pokemon? Let's see. Heatbug said, I tried to do Twitch for a minute, but I had the same issues. I just can't keep a schedule for anything creative. IDKY. Yeah, and that's hard and frustrating too. This cat looks like it's got a lazy eye because that didn't come out the way I wanted it all. Dang it. Perfect eye, terrible eye. Without fail, it always happens when you're drawing, always. Oh my god. I'm going to try and fix that. It's just going to get worse, but I'm going to try and fix it anyway. But yeah, I understand that. I am definitely the same way. I can't keep it on a schedule, and I don't know. Like, as introverted as I am, like some days I have the energy to do really well at like socializing and going out in public and talking on the phone. And other days I don't have it in me. I just wake up and I'm completely on empty. I don't know how else to describe it as far as my courage and my nerve and my ability to socialize. That's a little bit better. He looks crazy, but it's better. So, yeah, I can't I could never be like, okay, I'm going to stream, you know, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday or something. I can't do that. And, you know, on Twitch, I'm sure a lot of my followers just kind of forgot they were subscribed to me and stayed subscribed. But, like, it wouldn't be fair of me to ask people to hang around when I'm not on any schedule. And it's hard to grow when you're not on a schedule because how are people supposed to, like, set aside time to watch you if they really like you, you know? And yeah, YouTube is a lot better for me just with my style and how inconsistently I sometimes put out content. But yeah. There, that's a little bit better. It's going to be a black cat, I promise. We're getting there. What did I see? Thank you for drawing the kitty. You're welcome. I'm trying. It's taking a while here. I streamed on Twitch once, says Jeezy. Hi, by the way. And the analytics said 0 people watched it, so I figured it was a waste to keep up trying. It's hard. And you can be really good at a game, and it can be a really cool game, but if people just aren't into it, it's really, really hard. You know, like oh dear. Okay, he's not going to be like black. We're going to have to make him a little bit lighter. Here, a little lighter than black. And I should have used another thing because you can see those stupid, like, hideous seams. But we'll address that later. I'll, like, color those in. That's what happens if you use paint. But I just love paint because it's so awful and stupid. Like, it's got such charm because it's so awful. But yeah, like, I played The Sims 4 a lot because that's a very, very low pressure game. I thought that would be an easy thing to start out with. And because people will look for a certain game and then they'll see if there are any interesting streamers playing that specific game. Like a lot of people found me that way. You know, a lot of people who also play The Sims found me that way and were like trying to be supportive of me. And it's just a very like laid back thing to watch somebody do. You know, so it's a completely different group of people who are going to be watching somebody play The Sims on Twitch than who are going to be watching, like, I don't know, like Apex Legends or something like that, obviously. All right, now. No, he would have a black nose, I think. But yeah, so like when I played The Sims, I got a lot more viewers on Twitch than like when I played Don't Starve. And I like Don't Starve way more than The Sims. It's so much more fun. It's like my exact kind of strategy game. That's not terrible. So I really wanted to play Don't Starve. I didn't want to play The Sims all the time because you can only have fun playing The Sims for so long. Where did I get that black? I like that black. I'll put a little blotch of it over here. I can use it to highlight his fur or something later, but we need to get this color back. And yeah, like if you're not playing a game people are interested in, they won't watch. And, you know, on YouTube, the format is different. So like people will usually sit through a whole video of yours or a couple minutes of a video before they decide, okay, I don't like this person. And on Twitch, it's like they'll look at you for 30 seconds and be like, this is boring, even though it may be completely out of your control, and then they'll just go away. It's just, Twitch is easier in some ways, but much harder in others. And yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. You're doing a great job, honestly. I'd never have thought you were having a hard time. Thank you. Yeah, I try. I have had, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but there are a couple new people hanging out, so I guess it doesn't hurt. But I have had crippling social anxiety my whole life. My anxiety, well, in conjunction with my depression, was so bad all through school that, like, in English classes and things like that, if they told you you're going to do a speech this semester or in 2 months we're doing speeches, I wouldn't sleep. I would lie awake crying for hours every night for the 2 months till the speech came because I was so terrified. I was so terrified. I hated it. I just like prayed that I would die in my sleep because I was so scared of it. I hated it. I spent all my time just doing everything within my power to not be noticed, to be left alone, to just be out of the way. Like, I always felt like I was in the way, always. And my goal was just to try not to be in the way so people didn't notice me and get angry at me. And yeah, it was hard for me. You know, like, even now, for me to go grocery shopping myself, and I'm almost 27 years old, you know, like, even to go grocery shopping myself and to, like, make lighthearted conversation with the cashier, like, that is amazing. That's a really good day for me, and I have to really pat myself on the back and remind myself that that's amazing. You need to realize how far you've come. Because my social anxiety has just always been so bad. So yeah, it's weird. It's like, I'm really scared of people, but at the same time, it's like, I don't like people in general, but I still understand that not everybody is like evil or horrible. And even people who seem bad, most people have good and bad in them. And I know there are a ton of people out there like me, and I'm definitely an extreme. Like, to have as bad of social anxiety as I do, like, I was so skinny, like, it's horrifying to look back. I wasn't anorexic, but I'm overweight now. And I don't really look overweight because of like I don't know, you know, everybody's different, but like my figure, it doesn't look like I am. But I was always like so skinny, it was kind of horrifying to look back at my photos in, you know, middle and high school, because I was so depressed and I was so anxious about everything that I could not physically eat. I couldn't make myself eat. My anxiety was just that bad. And I know other people are like me in that regard. I know a lot of other people struggle, and I can't let something like that control me. You know, your weaknesses are your greatest opportunities to turn into strengths. And I know I'm reasonably well spoken, and I'm very, very passionate and opinionated. So it's like I want to give back. I want to do something creative, and I know I have potential to do something interesting that'll bring people joy, or at least give people a little bit of escape from the stress of the world if they watch my content. So I knew I can't let myself be trapped in my comfort zone, because my comfort zone is me not functioning and being totally isolated. So I just, like, I have to push myself. I have to do this stuff. And you might also notice, like, the first stream I ever did with somebody else was with Margaret McLennan. She's not on YouTube anymore. She's not on Twitter anymore because she told someone to learn to code. She was like working for Milo Yiannopoulos sort of for a while, when he was doing his privilege fund thing. And Margaret wanted me to be her co-host on her Straight Talk show. And I was on that once, and part of me still blames myself for that not doing well, because I was so absolutely petrified that there was like a lot of dead air. And obviously, like, the first time you co-host with somebody, it's going to be awkward and stuff, and there's going to be dead air. And a lot of other things happened that kind of caused Margaret to make the decision to leave. She has every right to whatever decision she makes and stuff. But that was my first time actually streaming with somebody else. Like, it was scary enough to stream just by myself chatting with you guys, the couple fans I had back then. But like, talking to somebody else is a whole nother thing. And I did a stream like 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Not 2 years ago. Not that long ago. Maybe 2 years. Actually, yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, it was 2 years ago, I think. Magog like demanded that I let him come on my stream. And he had me add him and Bear, Irate Bear or Alex. He had me like add them in, like put Google Hangouts through OBS so they could talk to me. And it was so scary. I was terrified because I love them. Like, who doesn't look up to and like Magog and Alex? Who doesn't? And I was so scared and flustered, and I still can't watch that stream. I know I did well, but it's still so embarrassing how shy I am, just how like cripplingly shy. And like, I didn't do makeup on my whole face. Like, I just did like a little bit of, like, I did concealer. I put that like on my eyelids so my eyeshadow would stick, and I just like put that under my eyes a little bit as well. So my whole face is beet red and I look like a clown because I've got these like white circles around my eyes because I was so flustered talking to them. And they were so kind, and like, Magog has always, for some reason, he has always been so kind and supportive and has tried so hard to encourage me to be more social and interact with other people in the whole like political commentary genre, because he always said like, you have to get over this. You have to talk to other people or you're never going to go anywhere. And I know I'm getting better at stuff like that, but it's the talking to other people live that's so scary. And I've done that a couple times. Like, I talked to Hatch and Manly Chicken and Sachimo live. We all talked once. And, I had Scribe on my channel and we talked once, and Scribe invites me on Lord of the Nights sometime and stuff. And that's a cute kitty. So I'm getting better. I'm definitely this is a disaster. I keep forgetting until I zoom out. Oh my god. I'm getting better, and side quest is going to be the biggest thing I've ever done. That's really loud. I'm sorry. And I'm scared, and I know like the first couple episodes people are going to be like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? People are probably going to be like, this is the replacement for the thief. This is one of the people who's going to try and like be as good as Weibo, and I don't think I'll ever be as good as her. She's just so naturally charming and adorable, and like, how can you ever be as cute and endearing as Weibo? I don't think that's possible. But, I think at first people are going to be like, what is wrong with this girl? Why is she so nervous? But it's a huge opportunity, and it's one of those things where like, anything that you are really scared of or bad at, you have to do it. It's exposure therapy. You have to just force yourself to overcome that fear, or you'll never know whether you're capable of it or not. And that's the only way to take control of those things that you're so scared of or bad at that they control you. That stuff tastes like grandma's. Oh my god, it's delicious. Okay, you know what? Don't take that out of context, please and thank you. What's going on? How did you come up? I'm sorry, I'm so far behind you guys. Half of you are probably like gone. You're probably like in another state. You've had children. You've moved on. You don't remember YouTube even exists. Did you say, hun, your figure looks amazing? Thank you. Yeah, I've had some weird things going on. Like, my proportions are changing in ways that don't make sense for someone who's already 26, but I'm not complaining. I'm not going to say anymore. Let me see. The chat jumped again. You suck, chat. You suck. How did you come up with the name Chat-Mort or Chat-Mort? Yes, yeah, like you guys said, it means dead cat. And it's from my DeviantArt days. I just, I wanted something different. I wanted something catchy, and I think Chat-Mort, or whatever you want to say, is it's easy to remember. You know, it's snappy. It's got kind of a good sound to it, and it was silly and emo a little bit. Oh, we can't have a couple whiskers that are way longer than the other ones. And the other thing is like I'm really I'm preoccupied a lot with the thought of my loved ones dying, especially my cats. You guys know I'm a cat person. Oh, stupid lefty cat lady. Okay, okay. Boomer fedora wearing. Okay, we get it. Please go lay down. But yeah, I love my cats. Um, and like one of the things that I hate the most is the thought of my cats dying. And I am plagued with the inevitability of things like that. I'm haunted by them all the time. So, like, why not just make that part of my identity? And I had this phase when I was little where I drew zombie cats. You know, like my idea was that they were like cats that were like, you know, partially decayed, and they just came up from the ground one day and, you know, were these happy little like zombie cats going about their lives. And so that's where the oh my god, stop, stupid freaking that's where the Chat-Mort thing came from. Do we give him a little chin? Cute. Okay. I have to draw him eating a heart. So that's going to change quickly. Why don't you use DLive? I need to look into it. I need to give it a shot. Thank you for reminding me. Will it be eating bacon? That would be really easy, actually. That would be much easier than having him eat a heart. If you guys look on my Instagram, which is linked below, you know, just little very slick promo fitted in there. I drew a picture and I uploaded it recently. It's from my iPad. I used that Procreate app to draw it. Threading the needle there, very difficult. Excuse me. Do you like how I just like magnified the sound by like fanning it out right in front of the microphone? You're welcome, world. But I drew a girl who kind of looks like me, like holding a heart, like a bleeding human heart and crying, and that came out really good. And it's all the same colors as the bacon here. It's pretty cool. But I drew a heart recently. It looked pretty cool. Black cats matter. They do. Thank you. I'm an absolute whore for drama, so I came for Gruntvid, staying for the personality slash commentary. That is so cool. Hero Brian Truther. I love that. Holy crap. Thank you so much. I know it's like hours after you said that, but that is so cool. And I know I said in that video, like, it's really weird to realize, like, anything to do with Game Grumps gets a ton of views. Like, I could just make videos complaining about, I think the Game Grumps are shitty. Like, I could do nothing but that, and, like, my channel would grow exponentially. But I can't, like, my conscience just won't let me do that. Like, obviously I have problems with the Game Grumps. I'm not... rotate left 90 degrees. That didn't come out how I wanted. Can I make that work? Oh my, that looks horrible. Oh my gosh. I can make that work. Okay, good enough. But yeah, it was like, it's frustrating to realize that, like, even if my commentary was really bad, even if I was really boring, even if I'm writing my videos very badly, as long as you complain, Game Grumps are shitty, like, you'll get a ton of views. So to hear that somebody, like, thinks my personality is interesting, sort of, is awesome. Because I just, like, even though I'm probably almost never going to get the same views as I got from those two videos, I have to talk about what I'm interested in. And I just, you know, I can't be one of those channels where you just, like, pick something that you hate or someone that you want to shit on all the time and do nothing else, you know? Because at that point, I'm just, like, siphoning off of and kind of, like, leeching off of them for my success, and I don't want that. Here. Let's move that a little bit. Oh dear. All right, we need to zoom in more. This is really cute. I'm actually very pleased with how this little dude's coming out here. But yeah, you don't know how Hero Brian Truther, you don't know how cool that is to hear. Thank you. This is really silly. I really like it. Let me... Okay, I need it... This is not the black color. This is a different color. Oh, nope, it changed back. Okay, I was wrong. All right. Let's make this bacon like kind of curly on the end, because sometimes it's like gnarled and knotted up, and it's like real like chewy, crispy. Come on, I like bacon. Can you tell? Okay. Alrighty, that's better. Good burp. 8 hours ago. Karaoke helps with social anxiety. Oh my god. I need to get over myself and be able to sing a little bit more on here, because I'm so scared of singing. I know I'm good at singing. Like, I can carry a tune very well. I know I can, but I'm just such a weenie that I'm scared of it. Because I'm a weenie, like I said. And I need to get over that. Bacon buddy. That is really silly. I like that a lot. All right. We need to just rectify some of these wacky looking areas here. Oh god. Okay. That's better. My eyes are so blurry. I'm just assuming where things are because I can't see anything because my contacts are really old. I need to be an adult. I need to go to the freaking place and get my eyes checked again. I need to do that this week here. But I'm scared. I'm scared because I still haven't gotten like what my copay is or what I will owe for my autism screening. So I'm scared that's going to be a lot. Screw you, little piece of bacon. Well, you know what? If I put that here, would that look cute, or would that... Yeah, I'll put that there and I'll work on it later. Or I'll erase it later, depending. Cute. Cute and silly. I'm a lot better now, but I avoid eye contact. Yeah, yeah. God, big mood on the not getting in the way thing, but for me it was being trans and not knowing it. That would be really hard. I can't imagine that kind of experience, and I really, really admire you for, you know, just hanging in there and just enduring something like that. That's a hell of a lot, you know? But yeah, you said I'm a lot better now, but I avoid eye contact. I do that too, but for me it's not so much that I'm scared and submissive anymore as it is that I'm starting to realize the more I learn about autism that I do all of the autism things, like all of them. Like when I'm among my friends, I have always been, like, I'm always trying to figure out, am I creeping this person out by staring at them too much? Am I not looking at them enough? Like, am I just staring at the floor? How much is everybody else making eye contact? I don't know. I don't know how to do things like that. And I realize, like, if I go through, like, Taco Bell to get a nice coffee on my way to work or something, or if I'm talking to a cashier or somebody, I'll realize after I walk away, did I make eye contact with them at all? Like, I'm really bad about eye contact, and I'm trying to figure out how to do better at it. But I don't know if it's working or not. I'm not sure. Do a Pokemon Cat Dark Fairy, please, or Dark Thunder. I will try. I'll do something like that. Make a yellow stripe and give it yellow ears. Make the cat do a Pokemon. That's a cute idea. Russell Jimmy said, I was super skinny when I was younger, now close to 200 pounds, but I feel pretty okay. I weighed about 110 pounds for 4 years. Yeah, here, let me add a little more to this piece of bacon here. Yeah, for most of my life, I was really underweight, and now I'm definitely overweight by a little bit, but I think having been both, I prefer being overweight to underweight. I feel better. I still have horrible blood sugar problems, but I like my figure better, and it definitely took me a while to accept how I've changed, and I definitely need to become more muscular. Like I don't mind if I stay this weight, but I need to be more in shape. I need to have more stamina and stuff. I definitely need to work on that. But I having been both ways, I think I prefer being this way, a little bit overweight actually. Um leave the white around the eyes. I didn't. I'm sorry. I can add the white back like on purpose so it's a little bit thicker actually. Is this a good thickness? Maybe. Yeah, let's try that actually. That's a good idea. And I might add a little bit of white other places. Black cats with a tiny bit of white on them are really cute. No. Okay. And it jumped. Very nice. Very cool. Thank you. Trump doesn't deserve a second term, you say. No politics. She's all about politics. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Ryder's kind of right. She watches people who talk about it, but Mort is a different story. Delicious grandmas. Oh my God. Yeah, I do a little bit of both. Like as much as I talk about politics like on Twitter, you would think that I love politics, but I hate politics. I hate it. It's awful and frustrating, and it makes me sick to my stomach. As sensitive as I am, like I'll go for a while being okay with it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. And then like after a while, I just get so worn down and like so sick to my stomach that I just like if somebody starts talking to me about politics, I want to scream and cry and tear my hair out. I just can't take it. So I kind of go in cycles, and I don't like talking about it because it does alienate people. Like we're not in a place culturally where people see you saying something they disagree with and think it's awesome that you're involved. I don't agree with you, but I admire you for caring so much. People see you say something they don't agree with and they immediately think you're a bad person. And I'm guilty of that too, and I try really hard not to be. But I'm so scared of alienating people because there are a lot of people who 10 years ago, if we had met, we would have been like best friends, like bonding over anime and the games we like and, our taste in music and things like that. And now, if those people saw my videos, they'd think I'm like this like transphobic bigot or something. And I couldn't be further from that. And I hate talking about politics because of that. We can't have respectful discussions anymore. It's so hateful, and I talk about it because I think it's important. I'm trying to figure out how to change this guy's fur a little bit. I could give him a little bit of white on his chest area. That's how my mom's like stray cat at her house, Edgar, is. He's got a little bit of white on his chest. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, like I do talk about politics some on my channel, and I do not mind at all if you guys disagree with me. That's pretty cute, man. I like that. But oh my God. Oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, it's a bit of both, I might find out if I have to move next week or not. I'm about to just give up because I'm sick of dangling constantly, not knowing if I need to move at a moment's notice. That would be exhausting. I've never heard of Game Grumps before your video about them. Can you send me the cat via message? Yeah, do you mind message me and tell me where to send it so I make sure I'm sending it to the right person just to make absolutely sure. But yeah, like I used to love the Game Grumps, and a bunch of my like best friends love Game Grumps. They adore Game Grumps, and I started watching them back in like 2013, I think, and I adored them, and I don't hate them obviously, but they've just so many things have happened over the years, and they've changed so much from what I knew that it's just, you know, I just don't care for them anymore. And I hope I made it clear in my videos, like the second video, the one I made the day before yesterday, or like yesterday early in the morning. Obviously I was very, I didn't pull any punches in that one, where the first one I tried to be a lot more like reasoned and soft spoken and respectful. And I made sure to say in my first video, like, if you like the Game Grumps, I don't think you're a bad person, and I don't think you're wrong. You know, I gotta tuck my foot under myself because I'm rarted, and I can't, unless I'm sitting a certain way, I'm never happy. Like, I don't care if you like the Game Grumps. You know, that doesn't make your opinion less valid than mine. And just because I think some of these people are bad people doesn't mean you have to come to the same conclusion. And it doesn't mean that you have to care. Like, I watch movies where I've heard things that make me think, like, some of these actors are bad people. Or I like music where, like, some of the singers are probably bad people. Or like the CEOs of some companies that I like buy food or do business with are probably bad people. Like, you don't have to only support people who are like wonderful angels, even if you do think like the stuff that Aaron has been doing is crappy. But yeah, I just made those videos because I used to love that channel. I think it's a really wonderful idea. And I love Danny. I think Danny is probably one of the kindest, most genuine people out there. And obviously, I do not know him. I'm not trying to sound like one of those delusional people. You know, I'm not trying to sound like, well, I secretly know all this stuff, you know, about the Newgrounds people, and I know everything. I know all this insider information about like Danny and Aaron. I don't. I'm just talking from what I have inferred and from like where I have read between the lines from what I've seen. You know, like some things you can figure out from what is not said or the way things are handled or not handled. And I just don't agree with the way Aaron is handling stuff. And it's not entertaining anymore for me. And like I said I mentioned it, like I touched on it in my second video, but like I said in my first video, I kind of I fell out of love with Game Grumps over time, because it just wasn't the genre changed a lot. They changed a lot from how they were doing things when I started watching them. And there's nothing wrong, like the style they've changed to, where it's just kind of like dudes hanging out and chatting. That's not invalid. That's not like somehow objectively worse than like the like actual attempts at being like an improv comedy show that I prefer. It's just my preference. And like from Doodle Dudes and some other things they did where they featured some of Aaron's like Newgrounds friends, that's where I discovered like the Oni Plays people. And from there I discovered, Jesus, you would not think English is my first language. I discovered Sleepycast, and I discovered Stamper and Psychic Pebbles and Spaz Kid and Lyle. Oh my God, Lyle is hilarious. Like, how are these people real? Like, how are these people? They're so funny they can't be real. I don't understand. But, you know, I discovered all these other people, and I realized that there were channels that were that catered to my preferences more, and that based on my preferences, in my opinion, they are much higher quality content more consistently. And, you know, the more loyal I became to these people based on just their personalities and how hard I perceive them to be working, as opposed to Danny and Aaron just kind of like doing these like feel good bro hangout chats where they're playing video games in the background, and it's just very low energy. I was basically converted to these other groups of people. Namely, I like switched from watching Game Grumps to occasionally watching the Grumps and watching Oni Plays like religiously, because I thought it was so much funnier. And, you know, the more I learned about and became a fan of these other people who Aaron used to be friends with, the more really angry it made me to see how he seemingly has pushed them away for money and stuff. And because I also want to like explicitly point out, you're going to LOTN later. Don't feel bad if you want to head out and watch them. That's totally fine. I forgot that it was that late. I know they're streaming now. What was I saying? My little brain. But yeah, like, I want to make it explicitly clear that some of my absolute best friends, people who I adore them. They are some of the funniest, sweetest, best people in the world. Like, some of my best friends love Game Grumps. They love them, and that's just as valid as me not liking them and not liking Aaron. So, like, I don't want to make it sound like I think all Game Grumps fans are these, like, evil, like, little commie LARPer, like, Tumblr lynch mob types. Not all of them are. It's a smaller portion of the Grumps fans that are horrible like this. I think it was probably a very small fraction of the Grumps fans who, like, when Susie attacked people for not liking their, like, super pandery game. I think it was a small minority of Grumps fans who started bullying people relentlessly because Susie publicly lashed out at them and lied about whether they'd seen the game or not and stuff. But there is this group of fans, and the more Aaron panders to them, and the more Aaron, like, lectures and alienates and pushes away all of his old fans who are just kind of like normal, conservative, moderate, not interested in politics, and like liberal and like, like middle liberal type people, everybody but the like real extreme left, those people, the more just like normal people Aaron pushes away, and I think he's pushed away basically everybody who used to watch the Grumps when it started. The more he panders to these people who are this like really militant little group, who thinks that like everything is racist and homophobic and transphobic, and you can't say anything or make any jokes because they want you to believe that all racial minorities, all LGBT people are these like super pathetic, fragile, fearful, quivering little things who, like, if you make one off-color joke, they're gonna like dissolve in a puddle of tears and cease to exist. Like the people who want everybody to believe that like all minorities are these pathetic little like, you know, like parodies of human beings. The more he panders to those people, the more screwed he is. Like he's alienated everybody but the like really leftist lynch mob at this point. And obviously I have friends who are not like that. Not all of the Grumps fans, hashtag not all lovelies, are like that. But I think most of the people who are left are the kind of people who are, they are a lynch mob. They'll pick up their pitchforks and torches the second you do something wrong. And I think Aaron has just completely screwed himself, like he's just backed himself into this corner where if he doesn't do exactly what they want, he knows his career will be destroyed because all the people who are reasonable and who are willing to forgive you and understand if you're not like perfect, or all the people who don't think you have to treat minorities like they're these pathetic little fragile babies, all those people are gone. All those people are done with him. All of them have moved on. And I just think Aaron has really screwed himself. And I think the whole Grumps thing, as you can see from the fact that they changed to some like weird sort of like skit type live action channel, I think the whole Game Grumps thing is in a very precarious place right now, and that's really sad to see because they bring so much joy to so many people. I see people all the time who absolutely adore them, and that like watching Game Grumps is like the one thing in their day that goes right that they can count on. So it's not like I am going to be cheering like when Game Grumps goes down in flames. I hope it doesn't, but I think I think Aaron has damned himself, and he and his business are kind of, I don't know what he can do at this point because he's alienated everybody, almost everybody, except for this group of people who will turn on you in a split second if you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. And I don't know, man. Um, and stuff and things. I've long suspected I'm an autist, but never been diagnosed. I've got enough problems, lol. Yeah. Um, yeah, I've not had my screening yet. I made my video about the fact that I think I'm autistic. And since then, it there's nobody in the area where I live who will do autism screenings on adults. There's like nobody in the area. So it took my doctor like a week to find anybody who was also like in network, so my insurance will cover part of it. And I went to see them. I had to drive like an hour from where I live to see this guy. And he is like all of the counselors I've been through or been to in my life were like incompetent. And I know that sounds horrible to say. And I think one of them was really good that I saw in high school. But she said two things that now I think are actually true that freaked me out so much and freaked my mom out so much when I told her that I stopped seeing her. Like she thought I was gay or at least attracted to women at a time in my life where that was like really shocking and upsetting to me to hear somebody say. And now that I'm older, you know, here we are. I realize I'm attracted to both sexes, but she was like really perceptive and she was good, and I feel bad for having been like, this lady's nuts, I'm not seeing her anymore. But compared to all the counselors I've had, this guy that I spoke to about getting screened for autism was so intelligent and observant, and like I've never had so much confidence in a counselor I've been to in my life. So he set up like this big battery of tests. I'm not going to go super into depth about it, but part of his thinking was like, if every other counselor you've ever seen missed this being the fact that I think I have high functioning autism, he's like, I think it's not as likely that I'm going to find it if everybody missed it. But he's going to run a battery of like cognitive tests and screenings, including one to see if I do have high functioning autism. So I'm actually, once I've had that happen and gotten my results back and had some time to process that, I'll probably make a video explaining some of that. You know, because in addition to being like a sort of political commentary channel, I do talk about my mental health. And you know, obviously there are some things that I'm not going to share. Obviously some things if I'm not comfortable sharing, I reserve the right to not talk about whatever I choose. But I do think that, and part of this is like when you're autistic, you know, you don't have a filter and you say things to people that are like really inappropriate and oversharing, and it's often very shocking and off-putting to people, and that might be part of why I do this. But like I like my whole life have been so embarrassed and ashamed of and disgusted with myself. I have such intense self-loathing. Oh, this is a little too CalArts. I didn't mean for my cheek to be that chubby. But like if I basically don't think that I'm worth even like protecting my own dignity to an extent, and it's not like that exaggerated, but to an extent, me having such feeling like I on my own don't have much inherent worth or purpose. Like life is so short, you know, like people don't even know who the Beatles are. People don't know what happened in the Holocaust. Like life is so short and it passes so fast. And I'm not saying I'm worthless or I'm not worthy of some kind of happiness or dignity or joy, but like life is so short. Like why wouldn't I share my experience if sharing some of this personal information about my struggles could help other people? Why wouldn't I try to make all of my suffering and all the things I'm so disgusted with and exhausted from, just I'm exhausted down to my bones, you know, I'm just so tired of life. Like why wouldn't I try to make that meaningful by sharing it with people in the hopes that maybe it'll make them feel less alone? Why wouldn't I share that stuff, you know? And that is why I also talk about like the tism that I do suspect that I have and things like that. I just, you know, to an extent, I don't think my dignity that I feel like I already don't have, as evidenced by, you know, the lovely fellow in the corner down here. Like there's a certain like measure of dignity that I don't think is as important to me as the chance that I could help other people realize, oh my God, I'm not alone, or help people realize maybe that's what I have, and then talk. I don't care who you vote for as long as you're respectful and civil and a good person. I agree. Wait, this isn't a transphobic show? Well, I'm out, JK. You lost your best friend over 6 months ago because you support Trump after everything you've done for her. That's horrible. My God, I'm so sorry. See, that shit makes me sick. It's this shit that the media and politicians are doing, dividing people to this point where, like, people who I love, people who I would do anything to see happy, like, they see that I have voted Republican in the past and they think immediately I'm racist and transphobic and think I'm evil and want them dead. Like, the fact that we are so divided, people are doing that on purpose to get votes, and that is evil. That is fucking evil. There's no other way to put it. Like, when we get to the point where completely reasonable differences in opinion cause people to unfriend each other, stop talking to their family members, call their family members evil, condone violence against people for just voting a different way, that is evil. That is absolutely evil. And I'm just so sorry you had to go through that, because that's horrifying. That is so horrifying. And I just, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry, man. That really sucks. Skittle said, I used to love Rooster Teeth, but their content got too creepy left wing. I never cared for Rooster Teeth. I tried to get into them. They did Red versus Blue, right? And did they do Ruby? Because I had a friend who made me watch a little bit of Ruby, and I just can't get into it. And I feel bad because I know people love Ruby, but I just couldn't get into it. And yeah, like with them blacklisting Vic for those completely unsubstantiated allegations, that also made me, like, I wasn't going to watch anything Rooster Teeth anyway, but now I'm, like, actively not going to. I got a giant ice cube in my mouth. Ugh. It's not a cube, it's a shard. Never mind, it's melting. Okay. I'm not going to cut my mouth open with it, at least. Oni is so good. Sleepy Cabin is based. Yes. I haven't talked about this yet. I have a couple tattoos I want to get. And my favorite singer, Curly, I've talked about her too. And she created a symbol to, like, signify all of the values of her fans, this little community of her fans. And it's called the Lunar Cross. And it's like a cross with, like, a sideways, like, upward pointing crescent moon. And I want to get a lunar cross on my arm, like, where's the camera? Here. And then on my other arm, I really want to get the Sleepy Cabin tattoo, like maybe 2.5 inches, like right here. But I want it so bad. But at the same time, it's like, if I choose to get tattoos somewhere visible, I'm damning myself to have to work harder jobs my whole life. Because as backward as I think it is that places won't hire you for tattoos that aren't threatening or offensive, and I don't think tattoos, like, inherently are offensive at all, you know, I'm basically dooming myself to work much harder jobs my whole life if I choose to get tattoos. But, like, I have 2 places where I want them. You know, I want them on either kind of like forearm, like right here, and you know, I have to make that decision, but I really want the Sleepy Cabin key tattoo. You've been following those nerds for like a decade. I haven't been following them for that long. I discovered Sleepy Cabin like 2.5 years ago, maybe. I discovered all of them basically like 2.5 years ago, and I love their content. All of them. They're just so funny. Like, how can human beings be as funny as those people are? And they're just like, people think like we're these wacky people, but we're just like sitting silently in our houses animating and working. But like to them, being who they are is normal, but they're extraordinary people. They're like geniuses. Like, they're like blessings. Like, we're lucky to be alive at the same time as some of these people who are absolute like comedic and artistic geniuses, and they don't realize it because all they know is just that's them. That's their whole life experience. They don't know anything else. But my God, they're just some of the coolest people. I love them and I love their work. The niche Aaron is trying too hard to pander to is not going to sustain their channel. Go woke, go broke. Exactly. I agree with that. And the thing is, like, I don't really care about Aaron. And if you see in my last video, I showed those screenshots of Susie's really nasty little vent account. Like, how nasty she is about her fans. Like, if they don't give her money, she hates, like, when they sit around and share their life stories with her at her booth and stuff. Like, Susie basically hates her fans. She literally hates them. But she banks on the fact that they think she's this sweet, loving person who actually cares about them. That's how she makes her money. Like, I do not care about Aaron and Susie at all. I don't like them. I don't, like, I mean, I hope they get things together, and I don't hate them. But the thing that bothers me is, like, this channel that brings people so much joy that, like, a lot of my good friends love, like, when that goes away, it's going to be heartbreaking for many people when Game Grumps goes away. And that's what bothers me. This is not good. This is really bad. Help, I'm trying to draw myself. I got the boobs asymmetrical. That's good. Excuse me. Game Grumps is based in Hollywood, I think. It was inevitable they went that direction. To an extent, yeah. You're weedistic. I was that kid in school everyone thought was retarded and then were surprised when they saw my A's and B's. Yeah, I understand that. On some days, I'm weed-tarded if I smoke. If you smoke too much. My friend says we've been in a cold civil war since 2015 or so. Red versus Blue and Ruby, both Rooster Teeth. Okay, I gotcha. I see. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I agree with all of those sentiments, except I have never smoked te epic weed, so I don't know about that. Oh, my stomach is really mad at me. I don't know what's happening. This could be very bad. I might have to leave very soon. My stomach is doing very frightening things here. Okay, I can't make this look right no matter what I do. All right. Let me see. Has it really only been an hour and, what, 50 minutes? Normally it, like, this goes by so much faster. Weird. Here, I'll just draw this. Like that. I don't know what I'm doing. Just erase the whole shoulder and the boob. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to draw myself. As you can see, if my bangs were straightened and looked normal, this would sort of be me. Sort of. I'm tired. I'm like completely out of energy already. Let me see. I'll try and finish drawing this like little me, and then I'll go away. I didn't lose a friend over politics because real friends wouldn't care. I lost a waste of time. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm still sorry that you went through that because it's horrible. You know, I don't think like everybody who's like, who falls for this, like the divisive rhetoric, I don't think everybody who falls for it is evil, but it's still a choice. You know, I think people know better deep down, and you know, it's their decision if they want to lose people, if they want to sacrifice relationships with people who they know are good people. And like, that's how I feel about Aaron. Like, I gotta give the really obvious disclaimer again, like, I don't know any of these people, you know, and I really hope I don't come off in any of these videos as like, well, she's just this like delusional nutcase who like talks about these people like she's this super cool insider or something. I hope I don't give that impression off, but like who has changed in at least the parts of themselves that they show online? Aaron, or all the friends that he's screwed over and is now like actively almost slandering for money and to pander to his fans? Who has changed? Who have we seen change at all? It's not those other people, and he certainly didn't think that they were like evil and racist and transphobic back in the day. And I mean, it's pretty silly to call people like racist and transphobic when, like, if you want to talk about it literally, like the sleazy kind of diversity the left talks about, like, I'm pretty sure the Only Place channel has way more like minority status people on than Game Grumps does. You know, like, who does Game Grumps have on his fans? They had Claudio Sanchez, which Coheed and Cambria is like, oh my god. Claudio Sanchez is a genius. Like, he's one of those people, like, to live on the earth at the same time as Claudio Sanchez is it's such a privilege. It's an honor. Like, I'm sorry if you want to like play it in this sleazy like token minority way. Who's had more diversity on their channel, you know? It's not the Grumps. And like I said in my first video, all these Tumblr people, like if they watched Oni Plays, for example, he has a ton of people on his channel who are not white, and he has a ton of people on his channel who are not straight, you know? But that's not good enough for the Tumblr people because he doesn't have them on as token minorities. He's not like, here are my gay co-hosts. Here's my Chinese friend. Here are all of my brown friends, all of my friends, my gamers of color. Like, he has them on because they're his friends and because they're really good entertainers. He doesn't have them on to be token minorities, and he doesn't like parade them around in this nasty, condescending, bigoted way like that. And that's why the Tumblr people don't like him. That's why they think he's problematic, even though he clearly is not like bigoted against these people, or they wouldn't be as good friends he has on his channel, you know? Like, I don't know what else to say in regard to that. But stuff like that just makes me really angry. Like, the accusations of, like, I know it shouldn't get to me because there's no basis for it. But when people I've never met before in my life on the internet call me racist, like, I know they don't know me and their opinions of me don't matter. Like, anybody who thinks I'm racist clearly doesn't know me or is being, like, willfully ignorant. And if they don't like me, I'm probably better off. But, like, to be called something as vile as racist or homophobic is, like, it's disgusting, you know? Makes me really angry. Like, you don't know me at all if you think those things about me. And it's just so pathetic that people will call total strangers these really horrible, serious accusations because of politics. You used the weed reefer to self-medicate pre-transition, but it made you so paranoid it made you worse. Really? That sucks. Weed is fun, but not for everyone, and it's certainly not a cure-all, lol. Yeah. I mean, I've joked about like trying it if it was legal, but the thing is, I am allergic to everything. I'm allergic to every plant ever, and I'm like horrifically allergic to smoke. Like, if I don't take an allergy pill before I'm around a campfire or before I'm around cigarette smoke, I am miserable and like can't breathe for a couple days. So the idea of smoke and inhaling a plant when I'm like almost deathly allergic to all plants might not be a good idea, just for it to be funny that my attention span is shortened, you know? I don't know, but you know, I can't say because I haven't tried it. I can't say it would be horrible for me. You were thinking of doing 10-to-1 CBD with THC to try and help you sleep. Yeah, I mean, I know CBD oil works wonders for people. This is not people, but I have a funny anecdote. One of the people I work with has 2 teenage kids, and the 2 teenage kids each have a cat. And their cats like adore them. Their cats are like super attached to them. And they just seem like really funny, sweet little critters. You know, they seem like good babies. And the one cat was diagnosed with, was it a liver disease or a liver issue? And the cat just stopped eating. Because a lot of the time when they get these like liver issues, the stress of it and the stress of the medication taking a toll on their bodies, it just makes cats stop eating, and they will starve themselves to death even though they're being medicated for the problem like adequately. I'm not holding back at all as far as how bad my roots look, as you can see from the like splat of poo on my head in this drawing. But I mean, these girls love their cats. Like, they each got a cat when they were little. They're teenagers now, and their cats are like middle-aged. So like, these pets are their family. Like, they each got one, and those are their pets. And so this girl's cat was diagnosed with something, and it just stopped eating, and it was getting skinnier and skinnier. And, you know, the girl was just like she was a mess. She was a mess because this thing that's her family that she loves was just, it was just wasting away, and it wouldn't eat, even though like you're paying all this money to medicate it, and you're medicating it adequately, which is an even more frustrating and upsetting thing. Like, I'm doing everything right and you're still like starving yourself to death, is what it seems like when cats do that. And they tried everything they could think of, you know, and they're not rich, so they can't like try absolutely everything, and they don't want to, I don't know, like tube feed the cat or something. They can't afford that, and they don't want to ruin its quality of life. So they bought CBD oil, and they put one tiny little eyedropper drop of CBD oil in the cat's food once a day. And the cat has never been happier. It gained all its weight back because that counteracted the, it was just, it was just enough stress and enough not feeling quite right that it was just, it couldn't eat. It just wouldn't eat. And the CBD oil counteracted that, and it saved the cat's life. You know, I mean, it's not an old cat, it's like a 6-year-old cat. And CBD oil like saved the cat's life. So, I mean, obviously you're not a cat, but things like that are incredible. You know, that's miraculous. And like the guy I work with, he doesn't care. Like, he jokes constantly. It's like, I get it, you don't like the cat. You can stop now. It's, you're not special for not liking cats. That's a very normal thing. Um it's so funny and relatable that you're constantly talking about, like, if there was a tornado, you'd like tie your daughter's cat to the tree. Haha, that is so funny. Wow. I know I would love it if my parents, when I was a kid, constantly talked about doing things like that to my animal because they weren't an animal person. I like, he's kidding. It's not a big deal. He would never do something like that. But I'm like, okay, I get it. You don't like the cat. But, you know, I mean, that cat is that, oh, no, that's too much yellow. That cat is that girl's life, and CBD oil saved her cat's life. Like, when you're a kid and that's your first pet and that's your baby, this really looks like something pooped on my head. This is very bad. I need to fix this. But like, that's a big deal. You know, that's a huge deal. And I was so happy to hear that her baby is okay, you know. Cuz that's hard. Like, when your animal is old and it kind of wastes away, it's still horrible and heartbreaking if you're an animal person. But you know it's coming. You know, like, they've lived a good life. I've given them everything. But when your animal, just like when it's younger, starts declining, it's really hard because you feel like they're being cheated out of their life. And you're being cheated out of, you know, your friend that you thought you'd have forever. Um, I'm chewing my chapped little lip place off. Hi, Ryder. Lamau, so the only way Mort could do weed would be edibles, the easiest to overdo. Yeah, oh my god. One of my favorite YouTubers, she's a makeup YouTuber, but she's not like really pretentious like most makeup YouTubers are, where they're just like, they don't even seem like people because they're so like weird and glamorous and like wealthy and unrelatable. She's so funny and I love her. This girl, she did like a story time video where she talked about the one time she like did edibles, and it's the funniest thing I've ever heard of. Like, she was out of her mind, freaked out. It's so funny. But yeah, I would try something like that, but I know because it's a much more potent concentration, you have to be really careful. This does not. This looks like poo. This is bad. Oh my god, help. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. Narrator voice. She couldn't fix it. Okay, no, let's see. Let's see. Let's not write ourselves off yet here. Okay. If the darkest root color is more like that. Now, yeah, nope, that looks like diarrhea. That is not pretty. Freaking, oh my god, this is not good. Okay, here. We're just gonna get rid of this. I just want to draw a happy little 1K Michelle and then go away. Oh my god. This is what I get for drawing in paint. This is what happens. Yep. You guys want to know what I'm naming my 5 kids? I had sex 5 and times. Those are really good names. Those are phenomenal. Then you should check out that show. the Lord house, there's 11 kids. I'll never have kids. I've known that since I was 10. Kids in any amount are terrifying. 0 kids is too many. Yeah, I'm not into kids myself. I mean, the way I worded that, you would hope nobody is, but like when I was wee little, when I was like a toddler and I didn't know about sex because they don't tell you about sex when you're teeny tiny, and I thought like you just got pregnant like magically at random when you were married. When I was wee little, I was like, I'm never getting married because I'm not having kids. Um, Everything about pregnancy and babies is horrifying to me because I'm an only child and I've never been around that stuff. So it's like worse than like the Ridley Scott alien movies to me. You know, it's just horrifying because I just don't know anything about it. I was never around it ever. That's better. This is a disaster. But like I would adopt a kid, but and this is really emo sounding, but like my experience with life, like I'm happy where I am. I love my cats. I love my fiance. I love you guys and I love what I've been able to do here for you guys and thanks to you guys. Like I'm not miserable. My depression has not been like I have not had this good of a handle on my depression probably since I was little before I developed it. And you know, I'm not discounting any of that, but even then it's like life is just so I'm just so tired down to my bones all the time. This is not the right color. This is a weird color. I eyedroppered the wrong color. Son of a But like life is just the way life is. I feel like if I like had a kid on purpose, that would be sadistic. I would never put a little innocent sweet child through this. I couldn't live with myself. But I would adopt a kid, you know, if someday we have enough money and we're like stable enough in our jobs. I would love to adopt a kid, you know, because those kids deserve just as much love and they're just as deserving of a family as anyone. And a lot of them don't get it. And that makes me really sad, you know, like to be able to help another kid get through life when life can be so hard would be a privilege. They're squirrely and could go rogue at any time. 2 boys and 3 girls wouldn't trade it for the world. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's a huge accomplishment. I think kids are a lot happier too. Someone has to do it, Dylan. Just glad it's not me. Aw. I think life is happier most of the time for kids with siblings too. Like I'm not that way anymore, but I was so desperately lonely for so much of my life. And like my parents' divorce and all of the issues in the house when I grew up that were so bad that I had conversion disorder. Like I had a couple episodes of hallucinations because things were so bad between my parents. Like I didn't have anybody. I was completely alone. I was terrified. I think some of the just unbearable fear and sadness I have experienced for so much of my life, if I had had anybody else who understood what I went through, it would have been easier. And I know growing up, most of my friends and their siblings hated each other, which is so sad, but I still would guess that most kids with siblings have a little bit less of a likelihood of anxiety and depression. I'm totally just speaking from my own experience, but my friends who have siblings don't. Most of them have very mild depression, if any. You know, where I was just desolately alone, and I, as a kid, did not have the words to describe to anybody else what I was going through. The craziest part is I'm going to be a single dad and make them all call me Poppy. Lol. The rule of edibles is you cannot uneat edibles. You can always have more, though. Oh my God, it's terrifying. Nikki, Billy, Nikki, Billy, Molly, Noah, and Holly. Those are beautiful names. If a kid followed me home and wouldn't leave, I might put out food for it on the porch. Yes. um, Many moons ago. No, I'm catching up. Hell yeah. Look at me. I can do this. I'm amazing. You guys are lucky to be in my presence. I'm sorry. I'm not funny. You're driving, so you're off chat, but you're listening. Thanks for the stream if you leave while I'm gone. Well, you're very welcome. I am going to head out soon. My stomach is doing like Hiroshima scale things, and I'm deeply alarmed, and I might need to go soon. It was the bacon, I guess. I don't know what else I did out of the ordinary. So I might go away soon. IDK, I prefer being alone almost all the time, says Jeezy. Yeah, I think I understand that, and I've been an introvert most of my life, so should I change the line art or the hair? I think it's too late. It's too late. This is her reality. No, I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fix this. I'm delusional. No, that's better. I mean, it can't be worse than it was before. Here, I'm fixing my hair outline, dear friends, just so you know what the heck is going on. Oh my God, that looks really, whoa. Okay, it's fine, whatever. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. I swear I'm not lying. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah, like when I was little, I was content to be alone a lot. Like in fourth grade, I wanted to be inside all the time. I didn't want to go outside and play. I wanted to read and I wanted to write. I wanted to write stories. And my teacher actually told me, like, you need to go outside and play with everyone else. I'm worried about you. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't. And like when I was little, I spent so much time like in counselors' offices waiting for my parents, or just at home alone, or my childhood babysitter, who I need to tell you guys some stories about at some point. Like I talked once on a stream about how I didn't want to watch Mary Poppins for the third time that week, so she threatened to go home and leave me alone all day as like a 3 or 4-year-old. That was nice. She was a nice lady. She's definitely part of my reason for my issues, and being scared that people would leave me, actually, the more I think about it. But like, because she was always asleep with QVC on and I was just left to my own devices, I learned to be self-sufficient. I taught myself to thoroughly enjoy writing and drawing and things like that, you know. I had to find ways to entertain myself because I was on my own so much of the time. But I think part of it is that, you know, everyone needs a little bit of socialization, and the older I got, the more I craved it. The more I craved companionship and friendship. But, you know, I actually think a lot of it has to do with our society. Like, in a way, and I don't mean this in like an SJW way, like we are always told that like the standard of beauty is like tan white women, tan skinny, like size 0 white women. I don't mean it in like a condemning type way like that, but I don't think our society teaches people that it's valid to be introverts. I think society teaches us like you need to be out partying all the time, or you need to be interacting with people constantly. Like it's not a valid pastime, or it's not like healthy for you to enjoy hanging out at home, you know, reading, or spending a weekend just doing housework by yourself, or, you know, just like listening to the radio by yourself and doing things. Like that's not acknowledged in our culture, really. And, you know, the more nasty our media gets, the more anybody who's a loner or solitary, like you're now treated like a serial killer if you're a loner. You know, like we're now like supposed to be put on a watch list because we don't want to deal with people's bullshit all day. So I don't mean that in like a hyperbolic, like super topical, like BuzzFeedy way, But I think at least for me, and I can only speak from my own experience, I don't think that we are taught that being self-sufficient and being able to be happy and create your own joy and fun and entertainment on your own is valid. I don't think our society enforces that. You know, I think I learned that being at home alone over the weekend is wrong, that I am deficient in some way, or that I am missing out as if I'm enjoying stuff and creating my own fun, even if that's just as much fun as I have when I'm hanging out with other people. Does that make sense? Probably not. Whoops. Of course, you live in California and so many people are insane. Yeah, I can see why you would want to be a hermit, especially. That would be hard. That's the thing, like, we always joke about, like, can we just nuke California? Or can we just, like, saw California off and push it into the ocean? But, like, there's so many people who I adore who are in California. Like, there are a lot of actors and entertainers and people that I really like who are there. So it's like, can we rescue my specific set of people and then nuke California? Like, they're not allowed to stay there. They have to pack up all their loved ones and their belongings, and they need to come to the slightly less hideously awful part of the US, and then we can push California into the ocean. Yeah, I do not envy people who live there. I'm sorry, but I don't envy you at all. That would be really hard. Like, I wouldn't feel safe there, you know, the way the political climate is. I wouldn't just feel outnumbered. I would feel like I would perceive hostility everywhere, and I don't think I would be delusional in doing so. Here. Now I need to make my eyebrows darker because I do make my eyebrows darker, and screw everybody who's like, you need to do your eyebrows very lightly. They have to look natural. No. No, they do not. Do you know what my eyebrows look like if I don't put a ton of color in them to create them? I look like Gara. Do you know what I look like? I look like a stillborn wombat. Screw you, I'm going to do my eyebrows dark. I like how they look. It's better than how they look naturally. I was like so emphatic that I had to like tap my little mouse subconsciously 3 times on the mouse pad. Jeezy says, it's public education. No introvert would ever want to be a teacher. And we give them unlimited control over almost all the children. That's true. And some teachers are phenomenal. I get people who are like, teachers are so underworked, they should not be paid less than CEOs. That's stupid to me. But at the same time, I do think that a lot of teachers are incredibly hardworking. And teachers raise children. Parents do not, you know, at all. Teachers are the ones who, like, your children are completely at the mercy of whoever teaches them. If you don't have the time to like set aside and talk to your kid about values and about how to, you know, evaluate right from wrong, and if you don't take time to teach your kids, like, adults can be wrong too, you know, and it's up to you to remember that every issue has 2 sides, and just because somebody tells you something's the truth doesn't mean it is. Like, if you don't have time or you don't choose to set time aside to arm your kids with that knowledge, yeah, they're completely at the mercy of teachers, some of whom are not good. Like, some of the teachers I had in school were horrible. Like, I had this teacher who was just this big dumb jock, and he liked me. But he liked me until I took his bearded dragon that his wife was going to divorce him if he didn't get rid of, and then he never spoke to me again. When I was like, the summer's over, do you want your bearded dragon back that I was only supposed to keep over the summer? And he literally would not speak to me. He would not call on me in class. So I was stuck with Mr. Wizard, who I loved. But but like, this teacher, he was one of many people who should not have been teachers, but he was so scary that I like cried. I was so scared of going to his class that I cried. I was terrified of him. Because he was like this big, dumb, really nasty jock. And he would just like mess around with the football kids, and he would like punch them in the arm and like fool around with them and like swear at them. And like, he was just this overgrown jock. And many teachers choose to be teachers because they never matured past the point of like the high school or middle school clique. And that's the only place they can function because they're not capable of functioning and like moving about in the adult world. That's the reason a lot of teachers become teachers. And, you know, because of teachers' unions, there's no way to hold these people accountable who are terrible teachers, who are not equipped to be teachers. This guy put spiders on like cheerleaders' heads and then laughed when they went screaming and crying out of the classroom. Like, I know that's not a big deal. That's not like the worst thing a teacher could do. But like, this man should not have been a teacher. He was wrathful and cruel and terrifying when he was angry. I was terrified of him. And he actually, I said something one day and he realized that. And then he actually then apologized to me by doing something really weird. Like in the middle of a test, he came over and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You might want to think twice about that one. It was a true false question." And everybody was just stunned and stared. Like, he just told her the correct answer on a test. But like, that, you know, I mean, that way he did kind of like redeem himself in the context of my experience and how I view the world, because something I said made him realize that I knew that I was just like a waste of space and I was a nuisance by even existing. And I think when he realized that was how people were perceiving him, he made a point to do something that was clearly an apology. And that was a really weird experience. And it's weird, like I'm almost crying thinking about it, but I was so scared of him. I was terrified of him. Like after he like put his hand on my shoulder and told me that during the test, to like, that was his like weird sort of like repressed, emotionally stunted adult man-child version of an apology. I was so scared of him that after he did that, even though I knew what that signified, like I sat there and like cried silently and was shaking for the whole rest of the test because I was so scared of him. That was a really weird experience, and that is quite a tangent, but you know, like he tried to apologize in his weird, like very emotionally stunted way, but as much as I'm sure there was good to that man as well as bad, like many people should not be teachers who are, and there's no way to get rid of people who shouldn't be teachers. There's no way, you know? Oops, I definitely like eyedroppered the wrong color. It looks like me. Cute. I'm very pleased. It looks like me. Cute. That's how you know I'm wrong. I'm sorry, I'll stop picking on myself. I'm going to put the eyeball shiny even though no light would be hitting my eye under my bangs there. Alright, what's going on in the chat? Saw off California and save a few decent California G's. I agree. We need to all get together and like hold a council meeting, and we need to select the few Californians who are worthy of you know, of our mercy, and then they can come to the mainland before we saw it off and push it away. Dylan said, "Some teachers are pieces of garbage who don't deserve to share a classroom with any kid, lol." That was too harsh. No, some teachers are awful, awful people. And I mean, some teachers are like college professors. Like college professors you expect to be really biased and really shitty and slimy and disingenuous. But many like middle school teachers are just as insidious. Many middle school teachers like know that they are biased politically, and they use that incredible power they have over children to lie to them and say that their side is the only side, you know? They try to rob children of the opportunity to objectively look at issues and try, even though they're just kids, try to come to their own conclusions about what's right and wrong on political and social issues and historical things. Like, there are many teachers who willfully abuse their authority over children and how much kids look up to them. And yeah, it's just, I can't belch anymore. Like, that's pathetic. But I had to, like, I repressed my diaphragm so much you could hear me sucking the air in. Like, you could hear it going all the way down into my stomach before I belched. And that made my heart burn really bad because my diaphragm was like, I like killed it. So like stomach acid would just sit in my mouth and I was going to get throat cancer. So I'm deeply ashamed that I can't belch the way I should be able to. But I also don't want to die of throat cancer at age, 35. So I had to make some hard choices. Dylan says, my parents always screamed at me, or I'm so sorry, screwed me over for teachers, but I'm glad because now I know how not to screw over my kids. Yeah. Another advantage of 5 kids is at least one has to be good at math, so I don't have to be. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. Like, my dad is a math genius. Like, he is a math genius. And if it wasn't for him, I would not have passed, like, college statistics with a C minus. He's the reason I passed that class. And my dad and I are similar enough that he can explain things to me in a way that I understand, despite the fact that I know nothing about math. There. That's better. Okay. But yeah, that would be nice. I am the one child, like the only human being. The biggest accomplishment that my parents can lay claim to is like terrible at math, can't socialize, is probably like hideously autistic, hides in the house all the time. Like, I don't know. In some ways, I feel ashamed and I feel bad for like being their biggest accomplishment. But on the other hand, it's like I was your human being to mold and raise to be well adjusted, and this is what came out. Like, you have to live. I am the embodiment of you having to live with what you've done. That's not a nice thing to say about myself. I have very low self-esteem, can you tell? All right. Okay, I am so tired. My stomach has calmed down, but I'm frightened. I don't trust it. Something not good will come of this eventually. All right. Let's finish this lady up. Oh, that's hideous. Oh my gosh, that's bad. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to draw little speckles all over the shirt. Okay, that doesn't work. Nice. Thank you. Great. Okay. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, okay. I'm going to just draw little speckles everywhere because I don't feel like coloring in the weird like little like lacy dots that appear. Boop beep bop beep boop boop beep boop beep bop bop beep boop beep boop. Ha, that looks like a penis. Beep boop bop boop. I don't know how I didn't get 1,000 subs earlier. This is like quality. This is like top of the line entertainment, my dudes. OMG girl, we're the same person except the socialized part. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You deserve better. Want to hear something messed up? I mean, heck yeah, you know I do. I'm losing my voice. We won't tell anyone where you buried the bodies. We won't. On the off chance somebody watches this later, though, you've got to exercise discretion. Yes. Is that the same color? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, let me see. I need to add a couple speckles of different colors here. This does not look like my shirt exactly, but I'm not going for accuracy here entirely. At school, Jeezy says, I was always excellent at everything except listening to the teachers and following directions part. Yeah. I read somewhere, it was kind of like a sort of conspiracy theory-esque way it was prevented, but I read somewhere that like things like No Child Left Behind and stuff like that, and this like standardized curriculum it's designed to make good like obedient workers. And I know that sounds kind of like, I don't know, it sounds conspiracy theory-esque, but That's not the right color at all. But you know what they were saying is that like children are not taught to embrace their differences. You know, people who learn differently, like people who are autistic or people who, you know, learn by doing or who need to learn in you know, more visual ways than normal or other things like that. Like children are taught that their differences are wrong. Like things like No Child Left Behind, basically standardized education stuff. It is designed to turn people into subservient workers. It's designed to kill your individuality. And in a way, it's like, yeah, you know, you kind of phrase that in kind of like a conspiracy theory-esque way, but that's the result, you know. All right, let's pick a couple lighter colors and add some more speckles here. Hi, Scrapula. Welcome. Dylan said, I finally passed statistics, so I was going to celebrate that night with a lot of food. Then I got a tummy ache, so I couldn't eat the stuff I bought. That was the messed up thing. Oh my God, I thought you were going to tell us how your, like, high school teacher, like, touched your butt or he was going to fail you. That's still messed up, though. I'm sorry for laughing at that. Congrats on 1K thing. Yeah, I think I said thank you, but thank you so much. I know it's a very, very modest milestone, and I know a lot of people like make fun of me and have said really nasty things. Like, how the hell do you only have 1,000 subs when you've been on here for 3 years? Like, I just shit posted, you know, and I got 10,000 subs. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this, but yeah, I'm really proud of myself, and I'm immensely grateful to all of you who are just so unbelievably patient, you know, to listen to my stuff. And you guys are just kind and wonderful, and I want to make the really shitty things I've been through, I want to make that meaningful by helping people. You know, and whether that's because I'm talking about like depression and anxiety stuff and you guys are like, oh my God, I'm not the only one. Thank you so much. Or if it's just because even if you're laughing at me at my expense, like even if it's just because I provide an escape or some minor way for you to not think about how shitty and stressful life can be, like that's what I want to do. And you guys are enabling me to do that, and I couldn't be more grateful, you know. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done and for believing in me. No, I don't want to get emotional, that's gay. I'm sorry. Just thank you guys so much for being so kind and wonderful and believing in me. I'm not worthy of it, and I can't thank you guys enough. You know, you guys have changed my life, and I really hope I can give back and change yours, even if it's just a very, very minor way, you know, even if it just makes your day a little bit better because some stupid thing I say makes you laugh. As long as I can help you guys, it's worth it. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. No Child Left Behind was a disaster. It just pushed kids through. You are right about school. It is to indoctrinate. Yeah, that's what I think. You know, the more I thought about that, I do agree. I'm sorry. I hope my audio is not hideously loud. I'm not used to this Razer mic. One time in first grade, we had a firefighter come in. He asked one of us to demonstrate stop, drop, and roll. I raised my hand, but I got shy and chickened out. Aw. Another time we played Simon Says. I was in the final two, but eliminated myself because I was afraid of the attention I might get if I had won. You are me, Dylan. You are me. That is exactly me. There was this young authors thing that we did that my school participated in when I was little. And they were these conferences we would go to. Like each school, each teacher would pick a couple people, and like we were in this writing club after school where we would do this creative writing based on these different prompts. And my teacher picked me and one other fifth grader and then two sixth graders. And then I was in the sixth graders who went that next year to the conference. Was it Young Authors or what? No, it was called Power of the Pen. Young Authors was something else. The Young Authors thing, it was a bunch of different schools in Ohio. and it was 5th through 8th graders, and all of us had our like short little novels submitted to it. And out of everybody from 5th to 8th grade from like dozens of schools, I was in 5th grade and I won Best Book Award. I think that was in 2005 maybe. That was amazing. And I got a piece of paper at our graduation, at our like little 5th grade end of year graduation. I got a piece of paper. Well, everybody else got trophies, you know, for being good at sports. That's the disgusting, backward little kind of school I came from. But Power of the Pen was something, it was an actual competition. Like, the teacher would pick a couple different people to send to it. I'm losing my voice. Give me a minute. But the first Power of the Pen thing I went to, I won a medal. I wasn't like first place or anything, but like for one of the rounds, like for the prompt, I was like the runner up for that round or something, and I got a medal, and I went up in front of everybody and I got that, and I got a certificate, and I got like a little plaque. And that was so terrifying that the next year when I went back, I did as poorly as possible because I'm sorry, it's a dumb thing to cry about, but good night. I was so terrified. It was so horrible having to get up in front of people that after winning a writing award, when my whole life I've wanted to be an author as a career. I'm sorry. I know that's a silly thing to cry over, but it just makes me sad to think back on that. I did as badly as possible on purpose because I was so scared of having to go up in front of people if I won another award. Like, that was the worst thing I could imagine, winning an award. And I know how just unbelievably stupid and backward that is, but it's just really fucking sad, you know, to think back on. I don't have any tissues, but I have napkins. Come here, napkin. Yeah. Hopefully you can't see on camera if that messes up my makeup. But that stuff is hard. You know, it's like when you're a kid, like when you get old enough to be suicidal and to just like pray that you'll die in your sleep every night, it's horrible. But like when you're little, before you're old enough to understand, like, I don't want to do this anymore, you just get by, and you don't really think about it in the horrible terms you can think about it when you're older and you understand your own mortality, you know, once you're tired enough of life to get to that point. But like, as little self-worth as I have, as little self-esteem, as much as I despise myself now and don't feel like I deserve much, and as much as I don't, you know, I just don't feel like I deserve a lot of things that I think most people deserve to have and that I fight for most people to have. Like when you look back on yourself as a kid, like when you look not as yourself as a person, but when you look back at someone who was just this innocent little child, and you see how much they were suffering and hurting, that makes me sad. And that's one of the things that makes me go on, and that's one of the things that makes me choose to fight for my own happiness, even though I don't want it because I don't think I deserve it. I think back on that little girl who I was. You know, if you ever saw a kid hurting that way, you would do everything you could to make them feel better. You know, you would hold them and comfort them and try to help them as much as possible when you see a child suffering. So I try to think about that little girl as if she wasn't me, as if I wasn't like trapped within her and experiencing the world through her eyes. And I just think about that that innocent little kid who was so sad and so scared and so tired of everything. And I think, wouldn't she have deserved to be happy? I know it's so stupid. This stream took a considerably darker turn from when I was drawing the very phallic looking. Oh my god, that is so silly. But that's one of the things that forces me to try to treat myself better, to try and love myself more and treat myself with more respect, as if I believe that I deserve to be happy and comfortable. You know, I think about that kid I was, and I think about, like, wouldn't I want her to grow up and not feel this way anymore? Wouldn't I hope that she grows up and is happy and makes something meaningful out of all the suffering she's had? So I need to be more mindful of that. I need to think about that more often, and push myself to just treat myself the way I think everyone else should be treated, you know? It's just a weird contradiction, you know? Like, I'll do anything to try and help you guys. You know, I want the world to be a better place, and I want people to be happier, even if it's just a little bit, and I'm actively trying to do that. But then, like, I don't treat myself as the same precious, worthy thing that I treat everyone else as. That's kind of gay, I must say. Oh, I have a cat hair stuck in my tear streak now. Okay. That is my life. If that's not, like, the perfect definition of my experience, I don't know what is. Her sweater looks awful, but I don't know what to do about it now. That's not my cutest... Whoops! That's not the cutest little chibi I've ever done, but she's not bad. She's supposed to be me. I don't want her by the weenie guy. That makes me uncomfortable. I'll put her over here. And I need to give her the UA. You guys can't see. But this is the... If I do this, you really can't see because I'm so pale. Shit, I don't know how to show you. This is the UA logo from My Hero Academia, their school. I love this necklace so much. I adore it. Okay. All right. I need to use the orange color I colored over for her logo. For the I'm going to expire. It's fine. For the thing. There. I'll just draw a little rectangle. And then I'll do that, I guess, for the necklace. It doesn't look great, but I want it to be accurate to how I am right now. All right, shit. I should draw something else real quick. I actually, like, I was gonna go, but I feel okay at the moment, so I'm going to. What else should I draw? I'm so confused. Like, YouTube is saying bad video settings. You guys aren't having buffering issues, are you? YouTube is gaslighting me, man. But I'll use it. Or, I'll change it. I'll fix my settings later. I'm gonna draw a cactus. I don't know what else to draw. I just want to, like, fill the page with doodles before I go away. Like, just the kind of stereotypical cactus. They look like happy dudes going like that. Yes. No, that's really bad. Let's try again. There are a lot of, like, just very vaguely phallic shaped things going on in this lovely collage, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure. Here, let me move this closer. That's okay. There's been a small tear in the fabric of the space-time continuum, and this cactus is showing the effects. We'll just fix that real quick there. Yeah. Okay, that's a little better. Happy little cactus buddy. This is going to be the ground sand. No, that looks bad. We'll put him on a little mound. Just some little bit of brown. Okay, I'm not, no. Okay. Needles. Boop beep bop. Boop beep 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 bop. Boop beep. You know, I have almost never been like punctured by cactus needles. I've led a very cushy, privileged life, at least in that regard. Happy cactus. And a smile. There, isn't that nice? Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna go over that actually with a different green, because that's just, that lime green is like deeply unsettling to me. Here, that's better. Okay. Draw South Dakota, lol. What are you guys on about with South Dakota? Y'all are weird. What the hell? Okay, give me just a minute. I need to rectify this unsettling cactus. Oh my god. Oh my god, help. I'm gonna fix the, oh my, no. We're delving into pickle territory here. Oh, you know what? This is what it is. It is what it is. And that's all it will ever, oh my god, this is a nightmare. This is a, end my suffering. This is a nightmare. Okay. I'll draw South Dakota in a minute. Hold on. Jeezy says, I'm growing a cactus. It's been like 5 years and it's still so tiny. It's growing in a pop bottle cap. What? That is so cute. A pop bottle cap. Is it one of those little split rock guys that looks like a butt? Because I love those. I've been obsessed with split rock cactuses since I was teeny tiny. And like, my mom would always buy them for me at the greenhouse. But then she was scared and she would overwater them and they would die. Thanks, Mom. I need to get another split rock cactus because they look like butts and it's funny. But, however, conversely, yes, other butt words, my cats eat everything because they're babies. They're like teenagers. So they are horrible little demons. And they will ingest anything and anyone I bring into the house. So maybe no cactus right now. Here, hold on. Let me move him because he's not in a good place in regard to everything else. That's a little better. Okay. South Dakota, for heck's sake. I hope this isn't like an innuendo because I'm not getting it at all. All right. Thanks for a fun stream. You're welcome. How long to microwave bacon for? I googled that earlier. Okay. South. Come on, bullshit, Google. I know you've been listening to everything I said. Just get on with it and show me the picture so I can draw it. Oh, come on. What is wrong with you? Just show me a picture of the state. Oh my god. Just show me the pictures. Oh, that's South Dakota. Oh, it's funky. What's an innuendo? Are you, my little brain. An innuendo is like, are you asking what the definition of an innuendo is? It's, one of my favorite things is trying to like describe or like define words in my own way. An innuendo is like when you're like hinting at something or implying something without saying it. But innuendo or an innuendo, it tends to be sexual in nature, like usually. Like a sexually A sexual innuendo is usually like when you're like implying or suggesting something sexual. Without outright saying it, like you're hinting at it, I guess. You would have to look up like the dictionary definition of it because that's not perfect, but this is not rectangular enough. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix this. I sound like, what's his name, Homelander? I lost my voice. This is what happens when I talk for more than like 5 sentences a day. I die. I die. It's over now. Fuck. Okay. And draw some cute little rivers and such. What's this one do? He goes up over here and down here, and then there's a big old lakey doodle right there. Proposing to South Carolina. I don't have room for, oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have to significantly rearrange this whole situation. We'll put the bacon up here. I'm doing this for you. You're welcome, buddy. Cactus Man here. South Dakota here. Now, why are the Souths proposing to one another? So the Dakota is proposing to the Carolina. Carolina, okay. Carolina. Images. This has been a wild ride today. South Carolina's cute. Look at that shape. Cute. Okay. Shit, I don't know. Okay, I've got to rearrange this stuff considerably. Even now. Okay. Bacon goes over by Little Michelle. Strange caterpillar goes up in the corner. Bacon kitty. And I will paste... I will paste the bacon kitty on Twitter separately if you guys want. I can post these all in a thread separately as like stupid little JPEGs if you guys want. And the weenie guy. Oh my god, I freaking love this guy. That was a really good start to the stream. That was a great first impression for all my new subscribers who've never seen my streams before. Okay. Excuse me. I'm still not used to the fact that this razor has a button on it where I could just mute things on the microphone, so I just like loudly cough slightly facing away from the... I'm sorry. Okay. So, we're going to use orange for this state. I don't know if you guys are autistic like me in this regard, where it's like deeply unsettling if somebody draws a state a color that you don't envision it being. But too bad. Oh my god, this stuff is so good. Passion fruit green tea. Freaking delicious. Mood elevation. It worked. Oh. It wasn't empty. Okay. All right. South. Oh, what? What? Don't forget the eyes, mouth, arms, legs, and their... Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Okay. Hold on now. Don't hold your horses. Oh, hi, Magog. I can explain. I don't know if you've seen everything going on, but... No. I in fact cannot explain. There is no explanation for this. What is going on currently? Now, how big is South Carolina in regard to South Dakota? Because I don't know. I don't know how big to draw it. That's a cute state. I like the shape of it. I'm very pleased. Hello, Magog. I can explain. All right. So this guy is like, I feel like South Carolina is a lot smaller, which is super cute. Size differences in relationships are adorable. Is that a smoking Look. Listen. It's not a penis. It's not a penis. So maybe someone asked me first thing when I was taking requests to draw a penis. But it's not a penis. There's not a condom on its head. It's wearing a beanie. It's a strange, sort of flaccid, finger-esque creature wearing a beanie that is not full of semen. So, no, it's not a penis at all. Okay. All right. South Carolina is, I'm sorry, South Carolina is smaller. Okay. Drawing South Carolina. This is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever done. Okay. Just gently, it's kind of flat. And it kind of, not quite like that. Oh my God. Falls, no. Shit, okay. It goes straight for a while and then a little bit like that. No, that's, God damn it. It was good the first time. Okay, we're gonna scrap this. We're gonna start again. Is that the right thickness? Oh, okay, we're good. Hi, Joker. Welcome. I have no explanation for this. There's no excuse. I don't know what to say. Just hello and welcome. All right, so I really like drawing states that don't have a bunch of funny shapes. This is hard. Okay. So it just kind of like is a funny angle, angly angle, and then it kind of drops like that. This is more detailed than I made the other one. That's not good. Shit. Okay. That's too big. Let me see. And then a nice angle. Thank Jesus. Shit. Okay, hold on. Shut up, train. Nobody cares. Oh my God. Okay. Angle. It's got like a funny nose and then some squigglies. Don't shut off, phone. I need you. Does that look South Carolina and esque? South Carolina-y? Like in nature? I think all this needs to be out more. I feel like it's fuller this way. Maybe. And downier-ish. Yes. Maybe? Okay, I realize this is bigger in comparison to the Dakota thing. But that's not bad. Okay, and I'm going to give it little rivers too because I think that's pleasing and amusing. But I'm going to make these rivers a different color because I said so. Is that okay, Dylan? Okay. Wait, this map doesn't show rivers. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Why can't there be a map that was like the exact same format as the other map for the other state? Okay, here we go. Oh, this has all kinds of little doodads coming off of it. So we've got a squiggly here. Squiggly wiggly here. And then a bunch of like little lake guys here. Not quite there, but that's, I don't care anymore. And there. And some fellers in here. This looks like birthmarks. I watched this really weird documentary today. Like there are all these weird British channels just full of documentaries. And it was about like British like doctors and child psychologists trying to prove that children have been reincarnated by like researching and trying to like match up the past lives these little kids just randomly supposedly tell their parents about to actual people who lived around the same times. Why the heck did I bring that up? Because I said birthmarks. Because like in Hinduism or something, they believe that, or is it Buddhism? They believe that birthmarks are like severe wounds you got in your past life. I've never heard that before. It was very strange. But yeah. I also watched a documentary on a person who had toe fungus so bad that they had to pull all her toenails out. But you don't want to hear about that. Okay. All right. So if the one is proposing to the other one, they need to be closer, but we'll do them like that. That also looks like a penis. This has been an interesting day. Okay. Is that the right size? Okay, that's fine. So, yes, South Dakota proposing. Dylan, what? If this is not too nosy, may I ask, why in the hell is this something that you wanted me to draw? Where did this come from? What is going on? I don't... Okay. Holding up the ring. Now, what all did you want? Don't forget the eyes, mouth, arms, and legs, and the ring. Lol. Okay. There, and that's the leg up behind him. Should I do that? Yeah, that's fine. I prefer that. This other little hand is down. I feel like states don't have, like, as many fingers as we do, maybe. That looks like a chicken foot. Okay, look. I can fix this. Obviously, South Carolina is saying yes. I hope that's okay. Nine more days side quest. I know, Magog. I got my new microphone. It's here. I'm using it. I think it's okay, maybe. It's not as sketchy. My God, I'm losing my voice. It's not nearly as sketchy as my snowball was. So that's good. Hi, Jeezy. Time for TMI. I have a birthmark on the forehead of your... Well, you know, that's awesome. I fully support you and your birthmark on the forehead of your smoking finger wearing a bead. I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. I have a birthmark on my ankle. That's very vanilla. Sounds good on your end. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a lot better. And I'm not using I got the coolest chair, you guys, for side quest. My mom actually came down and we went and looked at antiques because I was trying to find a nicer, older looking chair. And like the first store we went to, we walked in and there was this chair that's like this beautiful carved wooden, like old looking chair. And then somebody like soldered it onto like a bottom of a computer chair. Like it's got wheels and the height is adjustable on this old looking wooden chair. It's on like a computer chair base. Like it's so perfect that I was like absolutely flabbergasted that we found it. It was like perfect. So I have that and it's neat. Okay. Here. Is that too high up to have I don't know. I like little faces. Little faces are silly. Let's put this down here. No, that's too high. And a boop. Whoa. There. I want the eyes to look semi-symmetrical. That's, I don't know about that. Hold on. Here. Take this little eyeball and just, shit, that's not what I meant. Hold on. God, oh my God, okay. And we're, oh my freaking, okay. There, that's good. Now he looks like he's, they, them look like they're looking down. Okay. All right. This is really cute. Okay. And then we need it to be like a ring box, correct? So I'm gonna have to zoom in closer. This is taking the utmost concentration, so I am now it's quiet time. To the person who's watching this while they're driving, it's quiet time now. Okay. Shit. Okay. Has to be a pretty small box because I drew this funny. Okay. I'm just going to imagine that Magog was responding to my post. Maybe he was. Okay. Now this needs to be like really nice and circular. Hold on. Is that... Does that look about right? Is that okay? Big ass ring, South Dakota is a really wealthy state. Oh my god. No, it should be... What if South Dakota is classy and minimalistic? What if South Carolina wants a tiny ring? Oh my god. Fine. Okay. Here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put it on like a little cushion thing. This is the silliest thing. Actually, we're gonna have to move the Carolina feller to make room for the ring being bigger. My freaking god, I'm used to how you select and move things on my iPad. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, that's really this is my life now. You guys should be my freaking patrons based on all the work I'm doing. No, it's fine. Bigger. Bigger. Okay, big ring. That does not look circular at all. Oh my god. I bet all the other people who do art streams professionally are just like quaking in their boots at the sheer prowess they're bearing witness to. Hi, Kenny. Hello, Mort. Congratulations on the 1K subscribers. Thank you so much, dude. I couldn't do it without you guys. I couldn't, you know. I am more grateful than you guys will ever know for your help and your kindness and your support. Thank you guys so much. I cried earlier. I'm not doing it again. We're done with that shit. We're done with that gay shit. Okay. Duh. I'm gonna cry. This is... that was a quick turnaround, wasn't it? Oh my god. Okay, look. God damn it. Look. Freaking... The diamond is blue because if I drew the diamond white, you would be sassing me because it wouldn't be conspicuous enough. Here. It'll just be really silly and exaggerated and large. That's what she... No. No, Michelle. We're not doing that. Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Dakota Lena. That's silly. Okay. God, fuck. Okay. Look. Pick that color. Edit colors. I wish I hadn't done like the capture. What did I do here? Window capture? Yeah, I did a window capture. So you guys can't exactly see. You can't see how arduous the color selection process is. What is the light source in this picture? We'll make it this way. There. That's pretty nice. They're getting married, look! Oh my god, that is the silliest thing I've ever drawn. Okay, hold on. I don't like that shadow. Let's just make it like... that. This is just all falling to pieces here. Hold on. There. There. Oh, it's so nice. Here, I'll draw silly little like... Oh, it's so pretty. Wow. Emphasis lines. Oh, man, that is... Wowee, that's a ring there. All right. Hold on. Okay. These don't... We need to... I am... Okay. Neat. Okay, that is as good as it's gonna get, man. So these are my drawings. This is what happened today. This is... I hope that's good enough, Dylan. I hope that's what you had in mind. I'm gonna move the caterpillar. I know he's eyeing that bacon, but we're gonna put him somewhere else. This is a disaster. This is nothing short of a disaster. This is like a nightmare scape. Damn it, I always forget how to move a selection in Microsoft Paint. Okay, and I'm gonna... Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you. God damn it. Bloop. Okay. No, fuck you. Alright, and we're gonna put Michelle back toward the middle. No, fuck you. Oh my god, I'm bad at things. Fuck you. I selected bacon. Okay. This is... Oh my... Jeez. Okay. And we'll move the nice cactus back. Shit. This is actually how I spent all my time as a wee isolated only god fucking child. Okay, hold on. Hold on, Chad. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm fucking shit titties. I'm coming. Hold on. Just give me a minute here. Okay. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing, dog. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And hi, Allie. Woohoo, 1K subs. I know, Rakist. Yay. You made it to 1K. Oh, you guys all came over after Lords of the Night, didn't you? I'm sorry I streamed while they were streaming. I didn't even think about it. Like, they're some of the people I really try not to, like, stream at the same time as. Because I don't ever want people... Ouch. I kicked a beer bottle. That certainly isn't something I drank and left down here. Like, there are a couple people who I try not to stream at the same time as because, like, all of the people who watch me are from them. So... Oh, I gotta fix my contacts. Excuse me. Thank you so much. You're in the big leagues now. Heck yeah, man. Evidently. Oh, my eye is burning. Oh, I, like, just tore my freaking cornea open by moving my dry contact. I figured this would be cuter than the North's lol. You're weird, dude. Woohoo, bacon. Yeah, I had bacon today, so I drew large bacon. And the first person who showed up said... Draw a pee-pee. So I drew something that may be a semi-flaccid, sort of fingerish looking thing. And they told me to give it a sig. And they told me to give it a beanie. So I gave it a beanie that definitely doesn't look like a used condom. This is my life now. Oh. I can't wait for your next drawing stream, lol. I'm gonna do them more often, you guys. I feel bad that it took me so long to do this again. This is my life. This is like a perfect, terrifying, unnerving depiction of my existence and my consciousness. I'm gonna make a video of you just cussing from this video. Please do, that's hilarious. What else should I do? Let me see. I gotta do something else. It was like an hour and 30 minutes, and I was like, my stomach's about to explode, and I'm gonna freaking die. And then my stomach was like, no, we're good for a little bit. It was the bacon. I undercooked the bacon, and my bathroom is gonna be the next Hiroshima because I did this to myself. Because I Googled how to cook bacon, and I deserve everything I get, man. Here, we need the bacon grease to be greasier. Let's do maybe a couple more little specks here. That's not how that would look at all, you freaking... Okay, I'm nice. I love myself. I'm one of God's beautiful creatures, and I deserve to be happy. Alright, here, look. Bacon splatties. Ugh. I've had some, like, crazy things happen this week you guys wouldn't believe. No, I'm not going to elaborate. You'll just have to, like... wallow in the mystery and lose your minds. But like, I had some things happen this week that made me realize, like, you know what? Maybe I'm kind of cool. Maybe I'm kind of okay. Like, some cool things happened this week is all I can say. They're going to be so happy together. One has beaches, the other has mountains. It's the silliest thing. The absolute silliest thing in the world. What else should I do here? I was going to say, if I say it, you guys will be like, do it! And I don't wanna, because I can't. I was going to try and draw something silly and memey from memory. But I shan't do it. I'm looking at like my phone to see if there's anything I can think of that I should draw. I don't know what to draw. I have to like fill in this face with one face. I have to fill in this space with one more silly thing. I'm so itchy. Oh my god. Sorry. This has just become like the Tourette's stream. Everything went downhill very quickly. Says the girl who started the stream drawing that freaking thing. Okay. What are we gonna draw? What's next? You guys have any suggestions? Something simple, something like low effort like this cactus. That cat is so cute. I'm really proud of that cat, actually. What else should I draw? My fate's in your hands, y'all. It's up to you. Shit. Why won't it select? Okay, I have the coolest mouse ever. I have to show you guys my mouse. I'm going to tear it out of the wall and everything's going to be over. I got this mouse because my fiance had this mouse. And he's an epic gamer, y'all. So he destroys his mice like real fast. So his has been dead since long before mine got here. But I was like, I want that. So he got it for me. Like, this is the most gorgeous mouse of all time. It is so sleek. It is so beautiful. You can like change. You can like cycle through what colors it does or is or does be. I don't know how. I'm not going to do it or I'm going to break everything. But for some reason, this stupid mouse, like, you have to double click everything when you left click. Gotta go to work. Love your shows, you big dork. Thank you so much, Rakist. I hope you have a good work night, day, and I will see you soon. Draw a candy cane, draw a snake. I will draw both. Okay. Just to fill in this space here. Okay. Candy cane. Ah, yay. Okay. A candy cane colored snake. Oh my god. You guys are goddamn geniuses. Okay. That's detailed, so we're gonna have to zoom in a little bit. We'll use a slightly darker gray. Not like the dark MS Paint gray, but darker. I could live with that. An utter abomination, to be sure. Okay. I kind of wanted to have like a real like snake looking head there. It can't have like a weird kink in its neck. Snakes are like all smooth lines, and that's like the scariest thing in the world to attempt to draw if you are me. I like snakes. When I worked at the pet store, I liked snakes too. I discovered that like snake bites, even like really angry, sassy corn snakes, are nowhere near as bad as hamster bites. And they're not as dirty and disgusting as hamster bites either. Like when I was little, I loved hamsters, and I saved so many pets from that stupid pet store. And you should never buy pets from a pet store because you're rewarding that. You're rewarding people who breed them in horrible, inhumane conditions. Like, you might save one pet if you buy it from a store, but you're making more. You're rewarding those people and telling them to breed more animals in those inhumane conditions, you know? Excuse me. Whereas if you like buy a pet, a snake, a rat, anything from a rescue, you're not rewarding that horrible, you know, like that's the thought process. But I was an idiot and I couldn't help myself. I rescued a bunch of pets from that store. I rescued a bunch of hamsters. Cause the pet, I didn't like name drop the pet store, right? I don't think I did. But like that pet store, most pet stores like Petco, PetSmart, you know, like they segregate animals based on sex. So animals aren't like raping each other to death in the freaking store in front of like little toddlers who want to buy them and take them home. This store did not do that. You know, so I was always saving animals from these horrific, fuck you, these horrific conditions they were in. That's not as squirgly as I wanted. But I saved a bunch of hamsters. Because the hamsters, it was just hellish. Like, hamsters, if they're under the slightest bit of stress, they eat their young. So, like, hamsters were just eating their screaming fetus babies like goddamn chicken nuggets all day at the pet store. Because this pet store refused to segregate animals. See, a snake wouldn't have the muscle to be able to hold itself up if it was that short. I need to make it longer. God dang it. Would a snake be in this position? That's mighty silly looking. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired down to my bones, so this is what we're going with. But like I saved hamsters. I saved these two like sibling hamsters. Ada and Ivy. And Ada was like, they were little dwarf hamsters. Ada was like an albino hamster, and Ivy was like that beautiful kind of like chipmunky grayish pattern. There are actually candy cane corn snakes, really? Hey Kenny, we're geniuses. Took me a while to spell that word. That's hilarious. I'm gonna start here, and then I'll worry about the head and how I'm gonna color that later. But yeah, I saved Ada and Ivy, and they were these tiny dwarf snakes. No, they weren't, Michelle. Try again, dumbass. They were these beautiful little dwarf hamsters. And I'm not really into hamsters. I had them when I was little. But I saved these hamsters because I just felt so bad for them. You know, I didn't want to watch them get eaten and raped by the other hamsters and stuff. It was just horrible. The conditions at this pet store were so unbelievably inhumane. It was disgusting. And so I saved them, and I got them this huge cage. It was like beautiful. It was like little hamster utopia. And then one night in the middle of the night, I heard this cheeping, and I was like, the fuck? And I got up, and well, turns out Ivy was Ivan, not Ivy. And then we had many inbred hamsters, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Like, I think, to be fair, if you've ever interacted with a hamster, they're all kind of inbred. But then I had these adorable baby hamsters, and I was like, what the hell do I do now with all these babies? And it was just horrible. And I managed to rehome them. But Ada actually died from the stress of taking care of her babies. And it just made me sick because I did everything. I researched tirelessly to make sure she would be as comfortable as possible. But hamsters die from stress like that a lot from their babies. And it made me absolutely... Like, I have nightmares about dead hamsters. I had nightmares for years after that because the guilt almost killed me. It was absolutely horrifying. I felt so bad for her. But yeah, like I saved so many pets from that store, or I tried to. I saved some mice, and I saved 3 rats from that store. I was so allergic to them that, like, the 2 brothers who I saved, I had to have them, I gave them to someone else. They were adopted by someone else. Like, I wanted to keep them, but I was so allergic to them that I could hardly interact with them. And that was no quality of life for animals that can be incredibly social and loving toward humans, so I had to give them away. And the first rat I saved from that store, which was this tiny baby, like, I had to clean the rat and the mouse cages, and they were feeder animals. And this little teeny tiny beautiful baby rat. Like, he climbed up my sleeve and like fell asleep in my hair. And he rode around in my hair all day at the pet store, and I was just like, I can't put this tiny, soft, beautiful, gentle little baby back in that cage to be bought by some like crazed white trash hillbilly who's going to like half kill it and then drink a beer and laugh at it as it like screams and the snake eats it. I can't do it. I can't, you know. So I brought that baby home, and all those stripes are terrible. Mice and rats that are under stress are incredibly prone to respiratory infections. So that baby, like within 48 hours, died of a respiratory infection. And I almost, like, psychologically didn't make it. And I know they don't know any better. And the other thing is, like, once they're already that bad, nothing I could have done could have saved it. But like, I called the vet as soon as I saw the signs of a potential respiratory infection. These are really bad stripes. This is really bad perspective. I called the vet on call in the middle of the night, and he was pissed. He didn't care. He didn't want to hear it. I was like, this rat it's doing this really loud chittering sound. It's this tiny baby. I rescued it from the pet store, so it might be really stressed out from all that. I think it has a really bad respiratory infection and it's not acting right. I'm so scared. What do I do? And he's like, well, you can set up an appointment for the morning. And I was like, okay. And I did, and it died that night. You know, it was just really worn out. So I set it down in its cage, and I sat there with it for a long time, and then I had to go to sleep, and when I woke up, it had passed away, and it was just the most horrible thing. And I know that happens all the time. And it was a feeder rat, and it would have died a much more horrible death otherwise. At least it had somebody it loved and was really happy with and who loved it dearly. I'm going to cry again. Damn it. It's too many times for one stream. You know, and like, if it was that sick, there was nothing the vet could have done for it anyway, and that's probably what he knew, and he just wanted to get the dumb, like, sobbing bitch off of the phone so we could go back to sleep, because there was nothing that could be done, and he didn't want to have to, like, pacify me while he was half asleep through my meltdown. But it was horrible. You know, rats are some of the smartest, gentlest, most sassy, loving, loyal animals. Like, rats will love you like a dog loves you, except they're smarter. Like, they have a more human sort of emotional intelligence than dogs do. Not that there's anything wrong with dogs, but like, that was horrible, you know. But yeah, I saved a lot of pets from that store. I got Trouble from there. Trouble was my ferret. Any of you OGs will have seen my videos on Trouble. I did one video on living with Trouble and just funny compilations of Trouble doing ferret things. And then Trouble had a horrible... Like, ferrets are very prone to cancer. And her whole spleen was like gargantuan. It was just full of cancer. And so we brought her home from getting her spleen removed, and she got so bad we had to have her put down like within the month. And the vets were shocked. They were in disbelief at how quickly she went downhill. And that almost broke me psychologically, because like, ferrets are some of the most absolutely childlike. They're just joy. They're just like the embodiment of joy. They're the most childlike, joyful creatures on the planet. And like, my fiance, he didn't know. Like, my mom got her for me a little bit early as my 21st birthday present. And my fiance didn't know that I was going to be bringing a whole ass ferret home, you know? But he fell in love with her. He absolutely fell in love with this little ferret. He fell in love with her. and he always wanted to have ferrets. You know, like when we moved in together, he wanted to get another ferret, you know, because ferrets, they're okay alone. They're fine alone. But they really, really, like, flourish if you have two ferrets so they can be companions. Because they're just so crazy and full of energy that you can't play with them all the time. And, like, my cats were like, what are you? Go away. I'm tired. You know? Like, ferrets are good with other ferrets. And we were going to get another ferret, you know, to be her best friend. And my fiance wanted to always have like two ferrets for the rest of our lives. And I've always heard people say that, and I never understood that. You know, the thing about like people are like, I can never. It's a snake, shut up, bitches. Like, I can never have another one of this animal. There's your snake, assholes. I can never, like, people be like, I'll never have another dog or I'll never have another cat because it almost kills them. But I felt really bad because my fiance loved her so much that he wanted to always have ferrets. And I could never have another ferret. I couldn't. She was just the most just childlike, absolutely joyful little thing in the world, you know? And ferrets can live to be like 9 sometimes. So to have her die when she was not even 3 yet almost fucking killed me. It was the most soul-crushing, devastating thing I've ever seen. I need to do the stupid tongue. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the wrong gray anyway. I could never have another ferret. I couldn't. And that's not something I ever thought I would say about any animal. There you go. There he is. Nice. Okay. Sorry, that was really depressing. I haven't talked about trouble in a while because every time I think about her, as awful as it is, it's in that context. And she was my baby. I loved that little thing so much. I'm being serious. And this is what I'm like. Shit. This is what I'm looking at. The duality of fucking man. Man. Okay. Cool. I don't think I can do anymore. I think that's about it. Here, I gotta move these guys. They don't look quite right there. Here. Oh my god. What? All right. Well. Rats laugh if you tickle them, but it's so high-pitched that you can't hear it. Is that true? Rats are incredible animals. Like, you don't see that with cats or dogs, but like when you look in a mouse or a rat's eyes, especially rats, you can see the intelligence in their eyes. You know how some animals, like hamsters, have these like fucking dead, like monstrous eyes. But like when you look at a mouse or a rat, you can see the intelligence in their eyes. You can see that mischievous twinkle in their eyes as they're looking back at you, you know? Like people, aside from scientists and like enthusiasts, have no idea how like shockingly intelligent mice and especially rats are. And rats are so loyal. They will sleep on your pillow. They'll sleep on your pillow with you every night. They'll follow you around the house. They'll snuggle. You can buy like snuggle scarves and your rat will snuggle with you all day. Like rats are the most intelligent sassy, capricious little things in the world. They're incredible, and people are like, rats are gross, because they just know about like rats in the wild, and like people still believe these weird like old cartoony things. Like I think that's why people like societally, if you even are like, I'm not a dog person, people are like, well, you're evil. I wouldn't let you in my house. If you don't like dogs, you don't have a soul. But like it's totally acceptable to like laugh at hitting a cat on the road and leaving it there to die. Like there's this bizarre double standard in our society about dogs and cats, even though cats for decades now have been the most popular animal in America, the most popular pet. And yeah, like people still believe all these weird things about rats being dirty. Like rats clean for more hours out of the day than cats do. Rats are more hygienic and obsessive about tidiness than cats are. But people don't know that. It's just weird. People don't know that stuff, you know? Good night, Kenny, and thank you. Thank you so much. You're just one, but you helped. Thank you. I'm sorry I made you sad, Allie. I didn't mean to. I made myself pretty fucking sad too. It's really sad, like when a joyful, wonderful little life, whether it's a pet or a family member, it's really sad when all of your happy memories with them are like superseded and overridden by the sadness of their death. And it's not right, and it's not fair to Trouble that that's how that happened. But I mean, it's been years. It's been like half a decade since that happened, and I still can't talk about her. I loved her so much. That snake looking at that wiener thing, like, what the fuck is a talking penis? Oh, this is art. I should like make a thread of all of the like final beautiful murals from these stupid like paint streams. I love how real you are. Well, thank you. I mean, I can be nothing but myself. There's no pretense. I'm not capable of like pretending to be classy and dignified. I'm just a nut. I'm just myself, and I'm not capable of being anything else. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, oh my god, sleepy. Which of these is darker? That color slightly. But this concludes the shit, I guess. I don't know. That's too thick. Oh, that's I don't like the way the little pointy is facing downward, but that's okay. Flip horizontal. God, fuck, come on. Whatever. We're just send it away. I don't want it. Okay. Anyway, that's definitely it for now. Oh my god, we streamed for 3.5 hours. How did that happen? I don't know how that happened. I didn't intend for that to happen at all. But yeah, I wanted to catch up with you guys. I wanted to say hi to the new couple people and stuff. I wanted to establish my brand and let you know this is all the better it gets. For those of you who are like, I guess I'll stick around because I liked your Game Grumps video. Excuse me. Shit, what else? Yeah, I just wanted to stop by and say hi. And because SideQuest, like Magog said, is starting in 9 freaking days. 9? Yes. I need to get back into streaming because that is the biggest stream I will ever have been on, at least at that time. And that's a big deal. That's big scary. That's big scary for the strange little introvert girl. So I needed to get back into this a little bit. And I just wanted to touch base and say hi to you guys and thank you guys again so much for your kindness and your support. I couldn't do it without you. I really couldn't. And I really hope that even if it's just in minuscule ways, or even if you're just laughing at how stupid I am or something I screw up, if I can make your day the tiniest bit better, then I have made my life meaningful. Then I've given back. Then I've made all the shit I've been through meaningful somehow. And I don't want anybody to ever feel the way I have felt. I want you guys to be happy, and I truly believe that you guys deserve to be happy, and I just want to help with that. I want to make your day a tiny bit better if at all possible. So, yeah, I'm more grateful to you guys than you will ever know. So if you have not yet and you feel so compelled, like, comment and subscribe and share my stuff if you want. That is hugely helpful to me. Hopefully it's not another 3 years till I'm thanking you guys for 2,000 subs. When SideQuest starts, we're going to get well on our way there real fast. I hope, if I'm not just detestable and how awkward and scared I am. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night or day wherever you're at in the world. And if it's been shitty, please resolve to make tomorrow better. I say this all the time, but life is going to happen no matter what your attitude. You can choose to let life happen to you, or you can choose to be an active participant in your life. You can choose to live your life, and I promise you, if you start being an active participant in your life, if you start living it and just taking an active role in it, the things that you want and things that you never thought could happen will manifest in ways that will just astound you. So please resolve to make tomorrow better, because you deserve it, and it is possible, whether you believe it or not. It's true. And I guess that's all for the moment. Shit, we're at that point again. I don't know. I'm not sure whether or not when I cut the video off, YouTube keeps switching it. If I hit stop streaming, it might stop the YouTube stream, which is several seconds behind me here in my room, in my house on OBS. It might cut me off mid-sentence, Or if I wait for a long time after I finish talking to make sure that at the point at which it's at on YouTube is where it stops and I'm done talking, then you'll see me sitting here for 30 seconds in silence waiting for that to happen, because they changed it again, and instead of it cutting off mid-sentence right when you hit stop streaming, it'll stop streaming at the end of the last thing that you sent from OBS. So I don't freaking know how it works. I don't know. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope this was satisfactory. I'm going to put this nightmare on Twitter and shit. And I love you, and I will see you again soon. Good night.